What's up, guys? Welcome to Start the Things that the night. They're here with the girl Simone Taylor.
I know it's Dennis Taylor.
Yes, guys. So just welcome for me. So tonight we are doing a live talk show, guys. A live talk show. Go here, baby Daniel. Yeah. So tonight we are doing a live talk show. So rock and come in, guys. Rock and come in, each and every one. All right, blessing to you all, blessing to all of our silent listeners. Happy Saturday to you all. And tonight, as they see on the topic, which we are talking about, that David Daniel.
So the topic, guys, is Saturday things Saturday night, right? Call show. Would you forgive your partner
If
your
your
partner
cheats,
cheat on you?
yes. So will you forgive your partner if your partner cheats on you? That is the topic for tonight. I want each and every one to just roll out and participate in this live. So most of all, to be honest, this topic goes to most person that is married. Yeah, person that is married. This topic really said goes to blessing to you all. Blessing,
Come on,
blessing,
bless up
guys.
yourself.
So
Just share the live as I come in, right?
yes, and remember to give us a thumbs up. Blessing to you all. So for all of our new time person, if you just subscribe to our channel, we want to take the time off to welcome you to the part of the
Welcome.
Taylor gang, the Taylor family. Yeah, you have someone right here.
Dennis.
Yes, guys. So tonight we're going to have awesome time up in there. And guys, you know what I want to know? What will be the reason in the first place for your partner to treat like if you forgive your partner, why you not say forgive your partner?
And just make sure say just do it honest. You
Yes,
understand?
and be honest with yourself because like every Saturday night when we come on, we don't compromise, we just start the things as it is, guys, and be truthful, right? So be honest and each one to them own opinion, every opinion we respect every person's opinion. And just guys remember to keep it clean, keep it simple, keep it
I
real.
remember so it's a call. So
Right.
you
So
can
the
call
number
and
is
stuff.
yes, it's a call-in segment tonight. So the number is on the title, so you can look. You see the number that is 1-876-330-6118.
Bless up yourself,
So
cool game.
blessing cool gamer. All right, so it's a call-in show tonight. We are doing it a bit different and we want it to excite it. We want each and every one, you know, can say advice and opinion and stuff like that. So tonight, guys, we want to jump straight to the topic. So if you say if your partner cheats on you, will you forgive your partner? What is the reason it has to cost your partner for really to go out there and cheat? What are some of the reasons? Like your partner sit down. Remember, guys, it's a two-way topic, right? It goes to the male and it goes to the female, right? We are not encouraging cheating, especially in a marriage, because we are a married couple and also we are a Christian. So for who just joined the Taylor family that do not know, yes, we are a married couple and we are also a Christian and we do not encourage cheating, but we are having the topic because we know things like this do happen. So if it happen, what will you do if you're in a marriage life and it happens to you? I'm not talking really for your girlfriend and a boyfriend because to me that is a different
that is not
perspective,
really
right?
serious,
That is not serious.
like marriage.
Exactly. Marriage is committed. Marriage is honorable unto God. So we are talking about for the married people, them are the married couple. Like if you have a husband or if you have your wife and your spouse should treat on you, what will be the cost and how will you deal with the matter? Will you forgive your partner and said accept back your partner or will you forgive your partner and just let go of the marriage, just walk forward? What will be the case, guys? You can call us. The number is here. We are taking WhatsApp call only.
Life will make a shout out to you.
We are only taking WhatsApp call, guys. Less in life with Mika. Alright, so we are only taking WhatsApp call for this segment tonight. Otherwise, if you want to come up on the link, I'm going to drop the StreamYard link. Now I have to drop it in the chat shortly. Alright, so us the soon drop the StreamYard link, guys. So most of all, we are taking part because we want to hear from a different person and support what will you do.
So Mika, how are you doing? All right, so I'm gonna drop the number in the chat.
StreamYard link. Okay. Okay. So Ozzy is going to drop the phone number and also the link, guys. So you can come up and just share your point of view on the topic. Alright. So you can tell us some of the reasons if your partner betrays, like if you have forgive him, why you have forgive him, why you have forgive she, what is the reason why in the first place did I said make your partner cheat? Okay, happy to know that. Alright. What will be the reason for the person to treat and so forth? And if you ever been cheated before and you do forgive your partner already, you can share it up with us once you do not mind. If you're in a married life and you ever been cheating on and you find it in your heart to forgive, or if you don't forgive and you want to share it with us, feel free to also call in, guys.
Gonna pin it.
Alright, so drop the link in the chat here. Alright, so I can't pin it, we don't have a phone. We don't see this. Alright. Hi, Simone Brady. Welcome. Welcome, Simone Brady. Blessings to you, darling.
How are you doing?
Alright, how are you doing? How is Mr. Brady? Blessings to you both. Yeah. Alright, so we are doing a call-in segment tonight, Simone. Right? So we change it up just a little bit, you know, in everything you have to add a little spice to it. So tonight you can call us on the number that you're seeing. Hold on, let me highlight the number on the screen. The number that you're seeing on the screen, you can just put it in, add it to your WhatsApp and call us and tell us your point of view on the topic. As I said earlier on, like, I not encourage no person to say treat, but it do happen, right? But if it happen, if it's a case where it happened to you already, how you deal with the issue? If it's a case where it never happened to you,
Mr. Brady says that.
Hi, Mr. Brady.
Yeah, Mr. Brady. All
right, blessing to you. All right, so if it's a case where you never been cheating on, your partner never cheat, well, we understand. But this is a case where the person already cheated, you want to share your experience, no you problem. Still can call. And if
right.
and if also like say you fall into that, like say God forbid it and it happen, what will you do? Will you stay with your partner knowing that the person being so unfaithful, or will you say go? Will you also forgive the person, like say forgive and say, or forgive and move on? Because really, as a fact, forgiveness is not for the person who hurt you. Forgiveness is for you to move forward. And me soon talk my time to me because
yeah,
you
me
know
so,
every
so
person
talk my more than fine, but because how we
are
do,
big Jill, you want to talk?
Yes.
Us is going to talk is big Jill, guys.
Yes,
so you can also stay tuned. But you can call and you can share your points on the topic, guys. Don't feel shy because you know I just advise them it's going to
and the next thing for the new persons them that we got since week.
Okay.
Welcome. You want to say
okay, so from each and everyone that just subscribed to our channel, thank you to be a part of the Taylor's family. We really love and appreciate you all. Welcome to the Taylor's family. We don't want the Taylor's gang, the Taylor's family. Yes, guys. So welcome and feel free to participate in the live. Feel free to participate, guys. So I'm just waiting on some person to say either call in to provide their opinion or anything it may be on the topic. And remember, someone said I'm not supporting cheating, but we are discussing the matter.
Things do happen. So
Yes,
in
so it's
case
an
it happen,
awesome
or so
topic. Yeah. So let us have a talk on it. And we're not anticipate it to happen to no one because treating is not easy. Not easy at all. Especially when you're being loyal to your partner and then you know you're being loyal and so faithful and then to get treated like guys I can tell you say that will ruin you. That will really mess you up. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, that will really mess you up. Since I think yesterday Marida come in because all right, I'm not sure if every person here
Maria Coleman, bless up yourself.
see the video. We are doing a talk segment tonight, a calling segment, Maria Coleman. So if you want to say give your 2 cents on the topic, you can call the number that you see on the screen. Or if not, you want to click on the link and come up, come share your 2 cents. If your partner treats and you will to forgive your partner, or you're not going to give your partner, let us know.
You're looking amazing, right. Mama Taylor.
Okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right. So guys, remember you can do your calling, WhatsApp call only.
Yeah, WhatsApp
call only, guys. If not, click on the link and you can say come up on the screen your link. Right? Listen, guys, just let us have a great time. So you can tell me what you think about the topic and blessing to all of
Shauna's Kitchen. Shauna's Kitchen. Bless up yourself, Shauna.
Blessing to you, Shauna's
How are you doing?
Kitchen.
How are you doing?
How are you, my beautiful sister? Blessing. All right. So, guys, come on, we are participate on the topic. All right. So, I'm continue to talk. Me want me to talk. I expect it to fair enough because, as I said, I think the first time when we start YouTube live on Saturday night, it usually be a call-in segment, and then we change it into like person can just click on the StreamYard link and come up and so forth. But tonight we are doing a bit different because you know in everything you just have to do a twist to look at things to flavor it up. If you have to cook your local food that you want it tonight, you have to put in your local ingredients, your local flavor to the thing. So that is what we do tonight. So what the difference don't make no one feel uncomfortable. Still make you feel happy and loving and nice. Okay guys? Yeah. Alright.
I'm good, guys. Thanks for asking. That's awesome.
All right, that is awesome, Shannon. All right, so guys, the topic is if your partner cheats on you, will you forgive your partner? Let us know. It goes both ways. It goes to man, it goes to
God, you guys are well. Yeah, man.
yes.
Like us giving
right? All right. So, let me kick off the ball. Go
ahead, still.
All right. So first and foremost, let me put this out in the air. We are not encourage person to treat, but in the society that we are living in, a lot of person married for the wrong reason, and a lot of person married and do not take it. Them take it for granted. Then let me use the word in that phrase. Some person married for the wrong reason, and sometimes person married and get caught up in a situation and end up doing things which them don't supposed to do. But let me say this, guys, like always picture this in your head. Yes, to the moment, I talk to the man them a bit before I go to the ladies.
Yes, why you have to start from the man them first? Go ahead,
because
the
man, the Bible says the man is the end
right.
of his household.
Now the talk show start.
And the end of the day, also go the Bible way. The Bible declare that the young man I call on you because you are strong. Right. So it don't take a lady to lead a house.
Which is right.
We do the things them. We fix up the house. We build the house. We keep the house. We make sure say yes, family is well taken care of. But listen, man needs to stand up and man needs to say the wake up and stop them fooling the shake up and break up them polygon. Some man, let me use it and say some. Because they have good quality man out here. Big up to Mr. Taylor, big up to Mr. Brady, that is on the life. And many more men I know in my circle, I can say bless up on yourself, even Mr. Winston. All right. Listen, man need to say the moment you say you get married, you commit, you make a vow with God and your partner. Listen, you see, oh, some lady out here say, I can tell you, even man out here say the same way, but I want to break it down first with the man them. All right. You see, all along, you did a single as a man, and a lady never see you, no woman out here never see you. Yes. They never see you look attractive, they never see you look nice, they never see your cologne or you wear. All along, you've been wear some dear expensive cologne. You see them well white, probably white and mine, right? And so forth. You look good, you smell good and everything. But ladies never see you attractive enough. They say, come and sleep with you or even there with you. Them never see you as no husband in the first place, and them don't see nothing good within you, right? Them don't look your way. The moment you meet a lady and the lady and you start go on and so forth, and then book things start falling into place because you know once you have a good money in your life and so forth, things have to change. If you live in a one room, the lady is going to motivate you to come out of the one bedroom. You understand? Once you get a good woman in your life, that good woman is going to uplift you as a man. Right? No matter what. All of it have to take a lot of sacrifice. Good ladies like myself is going to do the sacrifice to build them good man or them good husband. So the end of the day, I don't know just nice than you. So the end of the day now, the young lady are going to get married and the lady help you and support and you know you come up and support. Now is the time lady out here start to look at you. Other women start to see you. All along them see you, but them did not want you. All along them see you and them did not recognize you because what they see is only trust. Me no want that the boy their family look good. Him down there in my class. But all of a sudden a good woman come now and take you up and the good lady start to go on and fix you up, make you look even nicer, you smell even better, you look even hotter, and so forth. The end of the day, guess what happened? All different types of women start to say, come at you. And remember, some of these women, them even know you from your day in your situation and so forth. But guess what? Them never see you as a good man or see you as I said. Yeah, man, them never see you as a good man or they never see no husband in a you. Right? But the end of the day, the moment you get married now, your wife will live on a happy life and person say the upliftment and support things that want to stand to them. This is the moment the man step in and want come set mash up your relationship. And that's why I'm saying to the man tonight, man be more vigilant, man be more smart. You cannot make woman out there. Yeah, I understand so we as lady we are so chicky and yes, I understand say we are so smart and we know how to say pull your stock as a man to say get what we want out of you. But married man out there, you have to be more vigilant. Married man out there, you have to know your worth. You understand? You have to know your worth. You can't just get up and marry and have a family. It takes you years to build a family. And the same family that you build, you have to tear down because of one something where God already blessed you with. Remember, your wife have the same thing that is going to go out here and look at, or you go here to treat with. I same thing your wife have. It no matter how you see her, I want something, it's the same thing. Whether it's small, whether it's either large, medium, anything it be, it's the same thing. The man out here gonna need to be more smart and more vigilant. Gonna stop having a good family and give away 80% with 20% bad. You understand? You can't give up your 80%. All right. As for the ladies, them know.
Guys, remember when you can call in, it's a call in show.
Yes.
You can send them your message them
You
to
can
but
send your message, but
but
we most of all we want to take call. We want other person to hear other person interact, like hear other person's voice and stuff like that. All right. The next thing now, we as a lady, we have a good one. Sometimes understand say things what you require of your husband, him not give it to you. Sometimes husband, listen, woman love attention.
yes,
Every lady
that's a
that
fact.
I know love attention. Sometimes for some woman probably fussy than some. Alright, for me, I'm not fussy. Any little thing you give to someone, I'm happy, I'm appreciate it because yes, and that is the thing. In life, you have to learn. Give it to him. In life, sorry about that, guys. You know when you have the thing. In life, you have to learn as a lady how to satisfy. Sometimes I understand say it's not every person husband probably have it like that. It's not every man is going to have it like that. But you supposed to know before, even before you're married to the man, whether the man have it or the man do not have it. Right? So at the end of the day, learn to satisfy. We love attention, as I was saying. Lady love attention. I'm not after me, I tell you. Right? Lady love comfort. Lady love when time man give them compliment. You have your man in your life, your husband in your life, husband. Take time out and compliment your wife. When you are not doing it and we go out there, when we go out there and another person is doing what you are not doing, it makes us start to think and I wonder if you as the husband really appreciate what you have.
That's fact.
It makes us start to wonder.
Ricky, bless yourself, Ricky.
No, Mia is not in here. Go around here. Give me a minute.
All right, give some more a minute. All right. So Ricky, bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. How are you doing, Ricky? Let me know. Right. All right. Yeah, man. Greetings, everyone. All right, Ricky.
Greetings.
So Ricky, as I say, is a welcome is a calling segment. You understand? You can take a one and two comments in the chat, but it's a calling. Is a WhatsApp number is there on the screen. You can just give us a call, tell us what you think about it. Topic we're gonna have two guest speaker pass through also. You understand? So really love and appreciate you guys. You understand? The topic is
will you forgive your partner if your partner cheats on you? Yeah. All right. So, guys, that is the topic that we are working with tonight. Where was I? Anyway, let me pick up back from there. So, like the end of the day, when time come on to us,
Kingdom Talk with Michelle, sorry, baby. Kingdom Talk with Michelle. Make a shout out to you. How are you doing?
All right. So when it come on to host as lady, husband learn to give your wife compliment. Compliment your wife. Don't let your wife have to go to a road and a man see your wife and have to give her all the compliments. That to me make absolutely no sense. Do not let your partner leave house without you said, give her babes,
you're supposed to nice. give her the first compliment.
That is it.
That is more essential. That is more better. More than she gone out there. You and go to the road, and somebody said, my baby look good enough. And you're vexed. You're not supposed to vex. Because guess what? The lady don't get the compliments a yard before.
And sometimes it make some woman say, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Sometimes it make Kingdom Talk with someone Michelle, if you want to come up on the topic, you can say join us. You can say call the number that you're seeing on the screen and WhatsApp with a phone call because we are the most calling segment tonight. Likewise, the link is pinned in the chat. You pin the link, right, babe?
Yeah.
All right. So the StreamYard link is pinned in the chat. So if you want to come up and talk, you can also do so. All right, go ahead.
Kingdom Talk with Michelle says husband and wife must learn self control. That's true.
Right here, so I'm glad you bring up that point. And that's the fact. So to me, like we have to say compliment your wife and so forth, like things so you know your wife love and so forth. Wives do not, some wives do not after much. You have some wives fussy and
Pussy
some
and
do
some
not.
don't.
But man, take time out. This is what I'm going to encourage a husband out here to do. Take time out to know your woman. If it means by say you have to sit down and study them, sit down and study them. If you
No, but
have to
your wife,
sit
you
down,
have to do that.
if you have to sit down and study and do your research for you to know more about your wife,
Yeah, and plus Nisha, bless up
I will
yourself.
tell you, Steph, to go ahead and do that. Because listen, with some of us as ladies, are some simple little thing we require. And mm,
True, true, that's true.
some simple little
That's true.
thing we require. And so, all right, make me sure I look at many not the testimony. I look a story with you guys. All right. So me and Mr. Taylor married for years, right? Me I show you something, some simple look something can be a biggest thing in your relationship. Some simple look something.
But
You see, probably every wife out here is different from me, Simone, right? But to me, I simple things matter to me because as I said before, I'm a simple person. Some things that probably also should I think, oh, that wife you go for is not that wife you really need. You
exactly.
understand? I'm so simple. So years ago, me and Mr. Taylor get married, and couple years back, I've been asking Mr.
Sit down and
Taylor,
bless up yourself.
listen to you, Sidney Johnson. I've been asking Mr. Taylor for one thing, and the one thing I want to start the one thing,
You
babe.
can go ahead, buddy. You can go ahead.
The one thing is to give me a date night in the house. Just set up a nice little candle light inside indoor thing or would I be outdoor? Me tell him so would I be outdoor in the yard or inside? any Anywhere he choose to say do it, I will really appreciate it. And for years, I've been nagging Mr. Taylor. For years, I've been nagging him, and I was like, babes, me tell her to do the one thing, and you need to tell me, say, you think it's so hard to do the one thing. And he must say, but babes, what you finding at that? What you finding into that? Why you want me to do that? You know, prefer me carry out. Me and said, me, Mr. Taylor, listen to me and listen to me good. Carry out is one.
Yeah.
But me still see adopt my heart desire. Me tired to go out that eat. Me feel like some more the romantic moment there with me and you can they either outdoor in our yard, in the garden, or with the inside, and me and you together, the kids them they about them business, and me and you together, and you play some nice music, and me and you laugh, we talk, we dance, do anything we want to do. And for years, this man deny me one little wish for me and ask him for one little thing, and I want to tell us I'm reach a point where I get so tired and fed up and I tell myself say I will never ask him back for this no. I will never. I cry over it, you can't believe so it sounds stupid, but yes I did because that is what my heart wants. And he never sees it as nothing same way. And guys, let me tell you something. But this time, I don't ask him. I'm going to start to show him some little thing and support. I start to go on with myself because I know sometimes as a woman, when we don't get what we want as a ladies, we have our way by acting up. So some little things that I usually do for him feel special. I stop it because listen, I've been asking you for years to want something and you decide that oh you're not going to date me. If that is the way I tell us that me want you to date me by said do a nice little romantic dinner and just do your little thing to it to make it special and then me and you together and we just do what we want. You get to me I say guys? And long and short of the story, long and short of the story, guys, let me tell you what happened. I stop asking for years to that. You know, say just Valentine's gone. Mr. Taylor take me by surprise. The Valentine's. Remember, me tell you, me stop asking, me take my mind completely off of it because me tell myself that I will never get it. I'm rather to carry me out to fancy restaurant more and just give me what my heart desire. Right? And me tell myself that, sure, Me I take my mind off of it. Just want me take my mind everything off of it. Boop. Valentine's, the 14th of February, I say Ozzy surprised me with the same thing when me asked her for years, you know. I say, guys, actually, you know how I feel. I feel like I'm in a paradise. You just imagine just that simple look of something. And it was so romantic. It was so special.
Listen, as a man, you have to stop, observe your wife. Observe because for Valentine's, if you give someone one big old gift,
it come like
that will come like that because she regular things like that.
Exactly.
So on Valentine's, I say, what am I gonna do? And I'm mind kicking. I said, that's where someone always I say. So I said, all right then. So guys, guess what? Last Spanish town, I buy some things. You understand? Set up my table and thing. Come home, fix up dinner. You understand? But she never know. She don't know nothing I go on. Eventually, make sure she got go outside and thing and stuff. You understand? Fix up a place really good and everything. Candlelight, candlelight, and plus thing she get gift. You understand? And we sit down and talk, sit down you must sit down. We have dance together.
We
you understand?
Together, we dance together,
there.
nice love song play, and we enjoy the moment. Like guys, listen. Ladies, as I said before, it do not ask a lot of things. So if you have your wife and support man, take time out and study your partner who you are with. Take time out and study your lady that you are with. Your wife you are with. Take time out and figure out things what she love. And I hear Michelle talk about learn how to
work.
Yeah, man, she have the link. You can come up when you're ready. Blessings to you. All right. Listen, just click on the link where I sent to you. Or if not, you look up in the chat to see a link. You can click on it. All right. Listen, guys. As far as me concerned, take time out to stay. Study the lady that you're with. It doesn't hard for you study your partner, for you know what the partner work. Kingdom Talk with Michelle did say like say for all them composure man and woman or such that she said earlier on up in the chat. All right, I think I must have hold them composure.
Control themselves.
Control themselves. Okay, thank you. All right, listen, for man and for ladies. You see, when you're marriage is honorable unto God. Listen, this is not a play thing. At time now, we stop running in and run out like a scotch we are playing or we are playing game. Marriage thing is not a game thing. Marriage was ordained by God. Marriage is ordained by God. Marriage is not something when you're in today and tomorrow you're
Anna,
out.
Blessing
to you, Anna. Marriage do not work in that form, guys. So you have to respect yourself and you can respect your partner. Go ahead.
All right. So sit down here. Says she's she's out of ads now. So bless up yourself.
Bless up again, Sidonie Johnson. Blessing.
All right. Ian says many time. How many time have God forgive us? That is said. Kingdom Talk with Michelle says, listen, I do not believe a person should go and marry without counseling. That's a fact. That is important. That is important. And I think, I know some of comments, you understand? I think, you see, from my wedding, from my relationship with me and someone else, I thank God that God sent a wonderful man of God to give us very good counseling. You may tell you? So, counseling is very good. All right. Kingdom Talk with Michelle says, my background is nice. That's when I ask.
Okay, that's okay.
All right, that's okay. For you, communication is the key to it. Yeah, that's true. That's a facts. That's a facts. Yeah. All right.
Communication is the key, and that is it. A lot of persons do not know how. Blessing to you, Mystic Sensation. Blessing to you.
Bless up yourself.
All right. A lot of persons. Go ahead.
Yeah, says Bro Taylor, you did just need a jump off and you feel and get the lady which what she deserve. Oh yes. But sometimes, alright, to be honest, sometimes we as man, we don't listen keen when the woman read. You understand? So we need to observe more. Sometimes you see the wife get vexed and upset and so miserable and something. If I do one like I said, a check back or check inside and say, why she behave like this? It's because I don't give her what she wants. Then I give her what she needs. You understand? She always say, baby, take the time out now. Every time you work, I work.
And
Take a
I
time
don't
out for me now.
believe that a wife or a husband supposed to ask them partner for time. I believe that you supposed to know that their partner supposed to get time. And married people on here, remember, date each other. Guys, we are on the topic. If you want to join the link, come up on the link, the StreamYard link, you can do so. If you want to call in on the number that you are seeing on the screen on WhatsApp, put it in your phone and call in, because we do tonight a big difference. We are mostly doing call-ins for tonight because more person to hear other person's voice, and this is what I want person to know. Said listen, like, and couple married person they in I chat, so guys, you know, feel
Exactly.
free to
Hey, Mystic Sensation.
you
I
have
wouldn't
Mystic
mind if you go
Sensation.
even
All
5
right,
minutes.
you have Ricky. You have Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky, we need to
and
hear from.
also, yeah,
Want to
like
learn,
guys,
want to learn.
want to learn from married person. Like, listen, every person marriage is unique
yes.
in their own ways. Right? Every person marriage is unique in their own ways. So the end of the day, see your marriage probably don't go like my marriage, or my marriage do not go like your one, but your one is different from my one. And that is why we want person out here to hear from different person. You understand? Me not who the one this morning I comment, but want them to also come up.
All right.
I have Mr. Brady and Mrs. Brady.
Yes, we need to hear from you guys.
Yes, so guys,
yes.
Come
from the back.
On the
and
link.
Also, we have some new persons.
AG Band Jamaica.
AG Band?
Yes.
AG Band, best of yourself. We have some new persons since we got subscribed to our channel. Thanks again, we really love and appreciate it. If you want to come out and just participate and just let we know. You understand what the thought on the topic, no problem. When you say you're afraid to talk, no man, I need to play live stream or you talk. Sure, be yourself, man. We need to learn from it because Ricky, there you see, we is a white teach family and each one teach one. And Ricky, the other day you take a time out and stuff and your wife go out. That is very good. You understand? So we as married couple, we need to put one on one together to embrace marriage, to make marriage work more better.
That is it. We need to let first of all here and say marriage is not I say better rules. We do have our ups and downs, but the end of the day, welcome Shaniki DIY. The end of the day is how you work on how you work on your relationship to make your relationship last. And this is the reason why I do a call-in segment tonight, because I want more marriage person to come up and interact with the crowd and stuff. But it's the case where you're shy if you said share one and two things. I don't think so. No, I could never Ricky.
Well, I'm different. Valerie says, I'm sorry, I might not be too long on it because it's after 10. For
all right, bye-bye.
All right, so if it's not after 10 from me, I'm going to work in the morning. All right, then, Valerie. So when you're ready, you click on the link. All right?
All right.
Go ahead, baby Daniel. If we never like, we run up and down, don't it?
All right. Yeah. Yes, guys. So this is the reason why. Ricky, I would love to hear even the 1 5 minutes, even about 1 minute
Yeah,
from you,
exactly.
Ricky. I would love to hear from you
the link
because
is
listen,
pinned.
all if this is the case, so you're married for even 1 year and you can share one something about your marriage experience, you never can tell who is in the back
That is it.
watching, where
That is
you
it.
can say encourage them to say, okay, since
All
this
right.
person has go through it, I can go through it
Mega says
also.
something. I add something. We're really, really essential.
All right, that hit me not talk
Mega.
about earlier on about the message.
Yes.
All right.
All right. But more on a listener.
All right.
You see, married people need Ricky, Shaniki DIY, Kingdom Talk with Michelle. Whether you no yeah, Kingdom Talk with Michelle. That's what I call the name. Please, I love all of them. But I have to talk this because it's very essential. Right? Also Mystic Sensation. Everybody over there in the chat that is married. Listen, wouldn't mind and click on the link, come up or you call and share. Everybody supposed to by now supposed to see we drop a video since week. And trust me, my peeps, we get a whole bunch of people come over and support that video and even comments. My peeps, if you see some comments that some person put, me not go in on one, me I make me still talk about one specifically. But a lot of marriage is broken. A lot of marriage is tearing apart. So the least as we as YouTuber do, if we can share our experience or share a little
Yes.
something,
You don't have
embrace,
to. All
that
right,
should have been
guys.
good.
Listen, I'm not going to force anyone. If you do not want to come up on your own free will, well, we understand. But listen, what I'm saying, my peeps, right? The end of the day, your experience that you have, right, is different from my experience, is different from personal experience. But sometimes some of the things them that we do go through in marriage and stuff what are even still going through, let me use that phrase also, right? One of even one little thing they can say, probably stupid to someone else that do not go through it, but they never can tell who are watch on the live in the back
Yes.
what that one thing can do for someone out here, that one thing can save someone marriage, that one thing can make somebody think twice to say, listen, I'm not going to mess up my relationship, I'm not going to give up on my marriage. You get what I'm saying, guys? So you don't have to come up and share from Genesis to Revelation. You just can't come up and just share something. It can be romantic, it can be something special. Why what I love about my wife, what I love about my husband, what I love about my partner. One time me and my partner go through this and this was the way we deal with the situation and stuff like that. You can come up and talk about it.
All right. Here it says, I love to see my woman happy. So I take time and study her. That's good. That's good. All right. They said again, marriage do not change people. You always have to study, stay militant in your relationship. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah, man. So there's a lot of persons out there where they might go through a lot.
All right, so we upload a video about Carter's family just the other day, couple days ago, right? And the video that we upload on YouTube is, I think, I say go look viral. I go viral, right? It do go viral because I think how over must say 30 or 40 know it there, right? So 30,000 person, a lot of person that are in 40, yes. So the end of the day, a lot of comments was in the chat and so forth. This one person comment and up till now I do not reply to that comment because that comment was so touching.
Sorry, so you know? Yes.
if you're in the back or even if you're on this live and that comment I did not reply to it, and probably you wonder why the sailor summit do not reply because that comment is very, very touchy and me want to reply in the right way. I don't want to jump and just reply because a reply safe. You understand?
Yes, exactly.
All right. The person says in the comments that she got through a lot in our marriage. It's a lady, right?
Welcome
it's
back,
a lady, right? The person, blessing Simone again. All right. The person says in the comments that she got through a whole lot with her husband because she been cheating on many times. Like the husband was so abusive. And must be some years. I don't sure how much years she stayed and say she married for. I'm not sure to be honest, right? Because I don't have the comments right here with me now, right? But in the comments, she married for a good amount of years, I think, right? The husband being so abusive, the husband treating her on her for so many different times the husband treat, right? And she have nervous breakdown and so forth. Like a whole lot was taking place with her, right? And so forth. And she speak about it. All right. Let me say this to not only husband but also wife. Listen, it's like when we are out there and we are not taking with on the shelf. You ever say go in a supermarket wholesale and you see the things them on the shelf, a man is like that, a woman is like that. You see the moment they get married, come on guys, he's off the shelf. He's off the shelf. So you have to respect yourself for you to respect your partner. Things that you don't want to do to yourself, or can you do it to your partner? And I believe that some of these persons they do not take counseling before getting married. And counseling, trust me, it's a must. That's a big plus right here. You have to take counseling, go through your counseling session. Don't let nobody tell us like married life is just like any girlfriend or boyfriend relationship. That's a lie.
So you have it covered,
That's a lie.
No.
Married life is not like that because married life is different from a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Married life is way different because listen, in married life you are committed to your partner. Your partner is committed to you.
Only one.
You can't go out there and say, oh, me feel for that boy yesterday, so me can't go and say whatever. Me not care about if boy when I'm there with her, I don't care about the girl when I'm there with. Listen, when you're married, it's two different things. And guys, I always talk about respect. You have to have respect for each other.
You have to have honest. You have a partner. You must. It's a must. You can trust your partner. You understand? You have to
Daniel,
trust.
come off now, Yes. Bye-bye.
You understand? It's a must.
If you don't want
Spend
to
the time out.
here.
Spend the time out with your partner and know more. You understand? Because woman is very sensitive. Very, very sensitive.
All right, so guys, listen for this segment. You can call in. Number is on the screen. I'm waiting for the first caller for tonight.
Ricky.
I'm waiting on the first caller for tonight, guys. If you're not calling, like, let me see person is talking about the topic. What will you do if your partner cheats on you? Will you forgive your partner?
Ricky says, respect is a must. Exactly.
Yes, man, you have to respect the person that you're with. If you do not, and then some of us do not have any respect none at all, even for ourselves, we do not respect ourselves, so we don't learn to respect the person who we are with. Right?
Right.
We do not respect ourselves, so we do not have any respect for the person who we are with. And that's the truth. All right, so guys, in the comments, like, what will you do if your partner cheats on you? Will you forgive your partner if your partner cheats on you? Let us know. And if you're ever been cheated on and you want to share that experience, if you forgive the person, stay with the person, or you do not forgive the person, or what the case may be, you can share it with us, guys. Come on, I'm waiting on the comments. Them whether you type it, whether you call in, or you want to click on the link and come up, anything you choose, guys, just do so. All right. I'm seeing somebody is coming up. Okay, Mystic Sensation.
Hello,
Blessings
good
to you,
night, good night.
Mystic.
How's everyone doing?
We are
We're
doing
doing
great
good.
so far.
I'm just calling in respect to the topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not hearing sis. I'm not sure.
Communication. You have to have
Okay.
respect for each other.
Yes.
Um, you have to be able to compromise because it's two different individuals that's coming together to form a
Yes.
life, and everybody has their own personality. So you have to learn how each other's personality and how to relate to each other when it comes to certain things, because it's not all the way that you're going to be in agreement with certain things. And when you have a disagreement, you have to learn how to disagree in order to agree, and you have to learn how to
Yes.
sit down and discuss and work things out, because at the end of the day it comes down to compromise,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? It always comes down to compromise. So for me, because it's not all the time myself and my husband agree, but we try not to speak about certain things when we are very upset, because at
That's
the end of
it.
the day, when what you speak sometimes you cannot take back.
That's a
Fact.
fact.
So it's
That's a
best to
fact.
wait until you're both calm down. If you're not getting anywhere in the beginning, just take a little time breather, stay away from each other. Can be in the same house, but just don't speak on the matter
Yes.
when you know you're both upset. Wait
Yeah.
until you've calmed down and can think rationally and this have a sensible, reasonable discussion. And that's where a lot of relationship fall down, because the communication skill is not there, and
Yeah.
we want to speak in the moment when we are upset,
Mm-hmm.
and that tends to make things worse, when because as I said before, what you speak you cannot take back, and you might apologize from now until thy kingdom come. Person might not forget, especially if it's very hurtful,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So and especially when you're, the topic I think is if you get cheated on, if you'll be able to forgive.
Forgive.
Your
Yeah.
partner.
For me,
Yes.
it depends.
Yes.
It depends on the sort of relationship you have, because some relationships are very rocky,
Yeah.
Yes.
while others are solid in a sense where if your partner, who your partner is, and if they make a mistake, then you can easily forgive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if it's a partner that is always putting you down, never trying to, make you feel good about yourself or whatever, then
Mm-hmm.
if that person steps out, I don't think I'll be able to forgive that person, because that person is intentionally hurting you in every
Yes.
little way that they can,
Yes. That's a
you
fact.
know. But if it's somebody who really genuinely love and care for you and go out there and make a mistake, and you know that it's a mistake, then
Mm-hmm.
you can maybe sit down, discuss what happened, why did you go do that, and try to have
Yes.
an understanding if it's something that you need to work on as an individual, say the wife, or if it's the husband who needs to work
Yes.
on themselves, you know and then you start to look into yourself and see what you can do, so that you can make your partner happier, and not wanting to do not wanting to go out there to seek something else, as well as
Yes.
you know things might be okay at home, but you just got a bit sidetracked.
Yes.
Yeah.
That can be forgiven. But if it's first offense, yes, depending on the nature of the relationship that you have.
Yes.
Second, third, no way. That
Yes.
is no mistake there. That that
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that has become habitual now.
Yes.
But but to each his own. Everybody is different,
Different.
Yes.
and
That is
everybody relationship is different.
different.
I
Yes.
don't know if they would allow me to say something.
Baron is beside me and he wants to speak.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
go
Mr.
ahead, Mr. Byron.
Byron.
Uh, Bless up to the program and
Let's
Yes,
see.
listen to sir.
the all the listeners. Thank you to at least give some listening ears. In terms of relationship, I think what is important for both parties is value.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
much you value your partner and value yourself.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, as my wife said, and let me compliment that.
Yes.
That
Yes.
relationship is an investment.
All right.
Relationship is what you
Yes.
call a long-term investment
Mhm.
because a relationship resulted in children and from children to a family. And
Yes.
so then what you want to have for your family, I think the most critical important ingredients within that in terms of forming a relationship should be what we call, of course, a legacy.
Yeah.
And so then when you have your relationship directing your relationship into a legacy, right? Then you value your relationship. And because you are building on that trend to say that okay, I want my family to move from A, right, to whatever advancement, then of course you're going to work together. So I'm saying that you have to have a collective goal. A
Yes.
collective goal in the sense where the family is going to work towards that goal, husband and wife working together to put the family to a level,
Yeah.
right,
Yes.
that you call it a brand. Just like when you are doing a company and you are investing in a
Yes.
company and you're talking about your brand and you want your brand to establish, right, what the objective of the company is. So
Yes.
then you have to put that perspective within the family because again, it's a great value of investment,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? There are going to be errors, right? I don't see a relationship which part that person would say that my relationship is perfect,
Perfect. No such
True.
thing. No
right?
such thing as
The
perfect.
truth be told is that every single relationship has a cross to carry. But again,
Fact.
it is not about the cross to carry. It's how much you can burden that cross. And
Yes.
how much, because again, I tell you something, and I am going to say this. One of the best ways sometimes to test that relationship sometimes is when the predicament occur and you understand how able to work together and to move past. So it's not about people falling down. It's how people really get up,
It's a fact.
stand up, dust off yourself, and move on. So that's my input in saying that. Thank you for listening.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much, Mr. Byron. Oh,
Really,
Daniel.
really, really
And
appreciate those
yes, thank
words.
you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Byron, because it's after be last name, right? Thank you so much.
Okay, going back to the chat.
Good.
All right, then,
All
darling.
Bless
right,
up
then. I
everyone
really
in the chat
appreciate
as
that.
well.
So, guys, that's it. That's is Mystic
Mystic,
Sensation.
exactly.
You
Husband
understand?
and wife. And thank you so much, Mystic Sensation. And guys, Mystic says something key for Mr. Byron. And those are solid words.
Solid, solid,
Solid,
solid,
solid
solid.
words. And actually, it all depends the level of the relationship. Because
It's
if
an
your
investment.
partner treats David and then he can stop, you know.
One excellent.
Yes, that you want.
Give-
Danny, all right. Your father is going to be crop up the eyes. Mia, the Mia doing then. See
Somebody
here,
mash
it
up.
mash
Go
up.
on.
It mash up. All right, guys.
Yes,
Sorry
guys.
about
Sorry about
that.
that. You know, so when
All
I have
right.
kids, I just
So, baby Daniel, me I start training now. Whole different way because I have to come on live and support. And Daniel is getting big. Listen, Daniel don't give me problem, in time. Daniel see me by myself. Daniel is okay with me and him not even care about me. You see, once Daniel realized that it's time to go to live, he might do me like how the second that time do me, right? Every time I was supposed to come live, that is the time that baby Daniel take over the floor. I don't know why, but him choose to take over the floor, guys. That's baby Daniel. But me, I cannot say broken out of it. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Mr.
so much,
Ricky.
Ricky. Life can be marriage can be easy and it can be difficult. But marriage is a blessing and enough love, Taylor's family. Really
All right,
appreciate
no
that.
blessings to you,
Blessings to you
Ricky.
also.
All right,
Yeah, man.
please
So
go
hold
ahead,
on
Mr.
before.
Taylor.
All right. Don't let me make it go and then. So
All right, you
let's
can
see.
read the comments. You have a comment there,
No,
read it.
mother talk with something they said.
Why not? All right, all right. What you not talk
All
about?
right. So you see what Ricky said. Ricky says that
Okay, you can
marriage can
talk
be
about.
difficult. Let me say something. Some persons believe that when I get when a marriage, everything will be nice and everything nice and easy, man. And yeah, I got through it easy and nice. Listen,
My
I
life
hear
habits ups and
I
downs.
hear Kingdom Talk Michelle said marriage life come with a lot of thing. And you have to know yourself, you have to have self-control. Let me say something to you. You see, being control, you have to remember say you're not single anymore. So you see that bad habit where you used to have and say, boy, yeah, as a man too,
And if you was
boy,
a girl, you say, I think I get rid of that
that me just
girlish
should have said no, we know.
mentality there.
That me just should have said
If
no,
you
Miss
was
Taylor.
a girl before you know your wife, you have to try your best to get rid of that girlish girl,
Mentality there.
right? Mentality there. And also, if you have to take go to a deliverance
Deliverance, yeah.
session, you have to. And always, guys, remember, there is not one successful marriage out here
Well,
without God be the center of the
thank you.
marriage. You
Thank
have
you.
to learn to make God be the
Center.
center of your relationship, your marriage. You have to put God first. So always use that cycle there and so forth. Some person probably here we talk about it and take it for granted, but we as know what God has do for the both of us, right? So when we come on here on live and we are telling, listen, guys, put God first. Put God first in your relationship. Put God first in every single
Every
thing.
single thing.
Hold your partner and pray with
Pray.
each other. You probably be unsaved, but that don't mean say you can't say the hold on together and pray with each other. Man out here, a time now for some man out here, you take up your mouth up. Pray with your wife. Pray over your wife. Have devotion with the family,
Daniel,
have devotion with your children, them,
there's a
your
lot in
wife,
there.
and so forth. Wife, do not leave everything for the man alone for you say, take control of. As much as yes, they are going to pray with you or pray over you. Sometimes even in our sleep, husband, go over her, start to prophesy some things over her, and so forth. All right, my have a guest.
Mr. and Mrs.
All right.
Hey, Daniel.
Blessing, Mr. and Mrs. Brady.
Bless up. Baby
Good
Daniel.
night, guys.
Good night. Can you hear us?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we are
hear.
hearing you.
How you guys doing?
Take him up, please.
Oh, baby.
How you guys doing?
We are very good.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Happy to hear you guys.
What's
Okay.
up?
The baby Ella is here giving a little problem.
The same
Wow.
way baby Daniel is here
Yeah.
giving
That big
a lot of
children.
problems. So
Thank
we
God.
have to just get used to it. If
Yeah.
you're here and you don't have any kids, well guys, me realize that probably I won't understand. But once you have children, you have to
Man.
understand. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Brady.
Okay, based on the topic, we just have a few words that we'd like to say. Yeah. The first thing I would say, I think married life is the only commitment that a person make until death do part.
That's a fact.
Fact.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
I not even the government or the president make that commitment.
Yes.
Fact.
He say until death do part. So I think that if a person have that respect for the commitment that they make,
Yes.
because the first thing you have to do is respect your commitment. Because
Yes.
if it say and if you say, because until death do part, right? And it's say in every situation, in sickness and in health and all those stuff. That means it's a commitment that you have to make within yourself before you make the decision of getting married. So
Yes.
when you get married, it's a decision that you make. So it's like you choose someone to marry, mean you choose that person above everyone else, right?
Yes.
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 So when they reach to a point where cheating gets involved, then I would have to say, where is the commitment?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because the commitment should prevent the cheating, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So no matter what you and the person have, it should not give you that right to go
To
and
go
cheat.
and see. Yes.
Because if you said, all right, you love, because remember, if you follow the Bible said, love your wife as though Christ loved the
The
church.
church. Yes.
So, and when I look, married life based on God and church. You
Yes.
understand that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not like a person decision, is God principle.
Yeah.
So we involve in a God principle of marriage, then it should be people who are responsible, people who have that commitment and willing to keep it.
Yes.
So I would say the people who cheat on their wife or their husband,
Yes.
those are not people who make their commitment from their heart. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me now?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you make a commitment from your heart, and you go against it, you yourself will go against it, it should affect you. Why
That's
no?
a fact.
You
That's
understand
a
me?
fact. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna. Why would you make that decision? Okay, I'm gonna cheat on the person that I'm with.
But question, no, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Suppose it's a case like this where in a the wedding, everybody have their ups and downs in a marriage. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But
Yes.
the man do not value the woman, and no matter the woman, I say, boy, baby, boy, I really want you to take time with me. I want, you know, the man that deal with the woman away. You understand? And you
Yeah.
know, in a society now, you understand? It
Mm-hmm.
take nothing for your mind straight. Go somewhere else or do something, some stupid little thing,
But I
And the
admit that.
lady, well, I know, me just a reach to a point.
Yeah, reach
You
your
understand?
point.
And
Yeah.
the lady eventually, you understand, go a road in as example. And, man give her a little talk and a compliments her where she would have really want from her husband and say some good things and she fall feet and eventually do a one night stand as example. You understand?
Yeah.
So you're how you that deal with that kind of situation
If a
if
lady
a
go there,
lady
go
go there
cheat.
like that, go cheat,
Okay.
cheat like that. Let me know.
Now let me see if me could look at me kind of look at cheating and a one night stand as two different something.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
cheating to me was like be you're into a relationship with someone else while you're in relationship with your wife. That mean you have two person.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I always say this, right? A, a one night just I just use the word one night stand. It is just like that's what you would have called just your fall. So that should be the one where you could have said, okay, if you look at it like that, let me forgive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cheat, one second there, my
No,
wife
I'm
forget
gonna
it.
say no. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say no to that, okay?
Because maybe I would have called that no a weakness or a mistake, but cheating now is like you have someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand me? So what you're doing now, you have two women, which no man. Let me tell you this straight up. I don't know how you look at it as a man, but no man can love two women. You believe that?
Repeat what you just said.
Repeat what I just said. Sorry about that. True baby Daniel.
A man cannot love two women.
Fact.
That's the facts.
I believe so.
That's a, and it go
I
vice
agree with
versa.
you
It go vice versa too.
100% on that one, Mr.
Go
Brady.
go vice versa too.
Go
Because guess
ahead.
what? You have in love. You gonna find a love in a one more
Hey, now
than
you
one.
stop up, Mr. Brady. Me hear
You
what man I
understand?
say.
No, but
You
you
give
know,
me.
go ahead, Mr. Reddy.
All right. Let me say it and then my wife wanna say something.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
All right. Not because in society we always say the man, right? So let me say both party then. A woman cannot love two men and a man cannot love two women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to know that someone is with someone else because they start to drift. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So if you're into a situation in your relationship and then you take it out at the street, then the person in the house can easily under realize there's something wrong, because things start to change. You start to maybe talk to the person different. You maybe start to act different because you have to drift from one person to connect to the other person.
Yeah.
That's why I say you can't love two person,
Yes. And that's a fact.
That's
and
a
that's
fact.
the reality. So when the cheating start coming, it's like it is not a mistake. It is a decision the person make.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so too.
So cheating is
Well,
not a mistake.
well, I understand.
A
Yeah.
fact. No, it's a fact. Cheating is not a
It's not
mistake.
a
It's
mistake.
a
It's a decision.
decision. And
Yeah.
I agree with that 100% and even more than 100, Mr. Brady.
Yeah.
Fact. Cheating is not a mistake. So all of who is on the live, you hear what Mr. Brady just said? Cheating is not a mistake, right? It is a
Decision.
decision. So
That's a fact.
decide, you decide that you're going to
Want
be
to-
treated on your partner. Go ahead, Mr. Brady.
This is Mrs. Brady.
Honestly.
So
Yeah.
so let me
Okay.
let me co-sign what my husband just said. Is not
Yes,
a mistake. It's a complete decision.
yes,
So so with the cheating now, and for me, my husband said cheating. He looks at cheating as a person who was married and in another relationship with someone else.
yes,
I don't
yes.
look at it like that. I look at cheating as that and a one night stand. Um, I don't believe in it. And I
Mm-hmm.
always, when I was younger, I always told myself, and I think I disciplined my mind to not
Yes,
cheat because
yes,
I've never cheated. And it's all about control.
yes.
And if you have control over your mind, your body, you don't need to cheat and you won't cheat.
Facts. I agree with you, Simone. I agree with you 100%. Go ahead, Simone.
Yeah, because I've never cheated. I mean, I've had temptations. Did I
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
overcome those temptations? Yes, I did because they were easy because I had my mind disciplined.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
lightweight. I'm a very strong
yes,
person. So I can say I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do something and I don't do it.
Don't do it.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that I'm a firm believer that if you tell yourself, it's all about the mindset. Like if you
Yes.
tell yourself that you're not gonna do something, like I don't want to do something, it's not gonna happen.
Facts.
It's like you're looking at a cheeseburger and you're on a diet. You have a cheeseburger in the left hand and you have a Caesar salad in the right hand. And you're like,
True.
oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? It's so easy. You're on a diet. Go to the
Yes,
Caesar salad.
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Forget about that cheeseburger.
Yes,
You know? So I believe that people who cheat,
Yes.
Put that mindset that I want to try it. Like, let
Mhm.
me see what it's like. And then say, oops, it's a mistake. That's just
Mhm.
my belief. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's a decision, it's a choice.
Yes.
Yes.
No one
Yes.
forces you to cheat,
Mhm.
That is it.
you know? No
Yes.
one forces
And
you to cheat.
temptation do come to one, but as I said, it's how you can overcome it.
Exactly. Temptation is gonna be there. It's been there since
Yes.
the beginning. It's gonna be there till the end. But it's how
Yes.
you handle it when it comes your way.
That is it.
You know. So yeah, that's just my take on it. It's all about the mindset and how you think about it at the moment when that temptation's there. Do you tell yourself, oh, I'm not gonna do that? And some people say, oh, it's the liquor. Don't blame it on the alcohol.
Awesome. I don't like it at all when time person say do them thing, they make them decision, and when they go ahead and make the decision, Mr. and Mrs. Brady, and then they are going to blame it on someone else, like blame it on liquor, blame it on said, oh, you is the cause of it because I told you that I want this, or no, like you already make a decision, so don't blame it on no
Yeah,
one more than
yeah.
yourself.
You already made that decision in your mind, and then you executed it, and then you say, okay, let me blame somebody else besides myself.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Have we answered your questions?
Yes, man, you did.
Yeah,
You
dude.
did. And thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
being a part of this
Really
live,
appreciate
Mr.
it.
You're
and Mrs.
welcome.
Ready. And you said some solid, solid time.
Solid point.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you
husband
so
has
much.
one last thing to say. Thank you
Yeah,
guys
go
so
Okay,
ahead,
go
go
much.
ahead.
ahead,
Go ahead.
Mr. Brady.
All right, let me say this to the guys who are listening, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say this. Men have like a thing that they call pride that feel like if they say no, they feel like they are weak. But
Mhm.
if you say you get trapped like between two wall, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
You don't have to make the decision because you're trapped.
Yeah.
Sometimes men feel like because if they say no to a female, they feel less than a man.
Man. Mhm.
But you're not saying no because you feel less than a man. You're saying no because you're a married man.
And because it's the right thing to
Yeah.
say.
And that's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
man and a whole feel like if a woman approach them and them say no, yes, you're a big man. You're supposed to can say no.
Yeah.
That
You
takes
have
a
a
big
wife.
man saying no.
It takes a man to say no. You understand what I'm
Real
saying? So
man.
Back.
so you don't have to go with it and then you're sorry. You say no.
Yes.
So a guy don't have to cheat if you don't want to. You do it because you want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse. But it's up to the wife if the wife want to go ahead and forgive. Because let me tell you something. The Bible said um, a man can put away his wife if she commit adultery, right? It go both ways.
Yes.
So if a person do that and the wife feel like this is the right thing for her, well, I wouldn't say she must not do it because that's what the Bible said, okay? Be
Yeah.
up to them. So if she want to do that, so I would just encourage man, and a woman. If a man see you as a woman and knows you're married, with the ring on your finger, and him a put talk to you, I want disrespectful man then.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And if you go out there in the street as a guy and a lady see your ring on your finger and she feel like she want come, get involved with you, it's a disrespectful man that. Disrespectful woman that. Means
Mhm.
she's being disrespectful to your marriage
Yeah. She
and
don't
to her
respect it.
and to her own self. You understand me?
Yeah. Mhm.
So we don't need to fall for those type of disrespect. We have to
Yeah.
be strong as a guy. We have our kids, we have a wife, they're depending on us. We can't disrespect them and because of anything, okay?
That's a
That's
fact.
a fact.
That's a
All
fact.
right, that's my final.
Good
Thank you
night.
Alright,
so much.
thank you so much,
Really
Mr.
appreciate
and
that.
Mrs. Brady. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. Oh,
All
Ella
right.
wants to say good night. 1 second. Say good night.
Good
Good
night,
night,
baby.
baby. Good night.
Love you.
Okay.
Daniel is saying I.
Daniel saying hi.
Yes.
Love you.
All right. We love you
We
too.
love you too, baby. Alright.
All right.
So, guys, that was Mr. and Mrs. Brady. Alright.
Hold on,
So,
hold on.
going on, talk.
Geneva Williams, bless up yourself. Geneva Williams, I think is man of God that. Man of God. The one we say your take, the link
Okay,
is pinned.
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, the link
Bless
is pinned.
yourself. Bless up
As I
yourself.
see StreamYard, I can click on it and
Yes.
come up
So the
if
link
you
is
wish.
pinned in the chat, and as you can see by the title tonight, what we are discussing and so forth, if the partner treats your man, go treat you. If your partner cheats on you, will you forgive your partner?
Exactly.
All right, that
Harsh.
is it.
Shaniki
Okay.
Diawa says no man have a lot of woman is not a gallus. Exactly. She said that if my husband cheat on me, only God can tell me what to do. Exactly. And that is very that is very good. All right. Yeah, cheat is all right. Taylor's I'm here, but okay. I'm going to they are not important.
Okay, that was good.
Sydney. Mystic Sensation
Understand,
said
Sydney.
self-respect is restrained in also a very important in a marriage. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Right. So bless up to each and everyone, all of my silent listeners. Mega shout out
Blessings
to
to
you,
you all.
Mr. Williams. How are you
Blessings to
doing,
you,
man of God?
Mr. William.
Blessings. Greetings to you,
Uh,
man and woman of God. Greetings.
All right, so
Uh,
don't go to comment them.
Um, yes. All right. Sidonie. Yes, the calling segment is still on.
Yes, Sydney, the calling segment is still on. The number that you are seeing on the screen, because we don't want you to make mistake and call my own. Yeah. All right. So the number that you are seeing, give me a minute, Mr. William. The number that you are seeing on the screen, Sydney, that is the 3306118. Put it in your WhatsApp and you can definitely call. Go ahead, Mr. William.
so greetings again, everybody. Greetings to
Greetings
all of
to you,
the
man of God.
YouTube massive greetings. All right. So the topic you said is about should the partner be forgiven. Now,
Yeah.
Yes,
I wanted to point out
yes,
it depends on the type of forgiveness that you forgive the person based on the
yes,
wrongs that they have committed. Right now, we're speaking about the foundation of marriage, and if a man walks out on his wife, or
yes,
a woman walks out on her husband, right, in
yes,
terms of giving birth. Now,
yes,
remember, I know each individual deal with things different, right?
yes,
You will have some that still love love their partner even though they make a mistake, but then there
yes,
are different variations to look at. Why would the man step out? Why would the woman step out? Right?
yes,
That would allow him to cheat, or because sometimes people might not mean to do it, but based on circumstances in the marriage as well, right? That allows them to go out there, right? But at
yes,
the same time, when you look at the concept of it, you look at the concept to say why would somebody forgive the individual? Why should somebody should forgive the individual based on the circumstances, based on
yes,
them as a human being and what they're going through after the earth, right? It's not
yes,
everybody can deal with the concept, and it's not everybody will know how to manage the forgiveness part, right?
yes,
So it can, all right, for example, I'll use this example. If the person cheat on you one time
yes,
and you can find it within your heart to forgive the person, then fine, forgive the person. But if it's
yes,
3, 4, and 5 times, you're not going to be able to bear that type of pain as a woman or
yes,
as a man, right? So
yes,
you're going to come to a point and a place or a decision to say, listen, I'm not going to go down this road anymore, right?
yes,
Now, we look at the concept of Christian people being in God, right? And versus that your partner walk out, it's still the same scenario. That's why I'm oftentimes saying make sure God is in your marriage, make sure God
Yeah.
is in your relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because if God is not in your relationship, circumstances will come up where it's going to be a fight to keep the marriage alive. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible said the enemy does not like marriage, and
Yeah.
marriage is a ministry, it is honorable
Yeah.
unto God. So the enemy is going to put every type of test in the marriage that you would want to give up on your marriage quickly, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the human side of who we are, the human side is going to feel like, listen, I don't want to carry on in the marriage. Versus you have someone that will say, in this marriage, I want my marriage. So I'm going to fight for my marriage, right?
Yes.
So we have
Yes.
to look at the different verifications of why should one what how would it affect the individual. We can't just look at it on a physical level. We cannot
Yes.
just look at it on a emotional level alone. We have to look at it also on a
And a
biblical
spiritual level
level, right?
also.
And a spiritual level as well. So you have to look at why should one forgive the partner. How can you forgive the partner? How can you start to mend back the marriage, right? If you want the marriage, because you have to look at the concept of wanting to be in it, right? And that's the most important key point for the individuals in the marriage. Do you want the marriage? Do you want to be in the marriage? Are you willing, if you want the marriage, are you willing to forgive the person? Are you willing to try with the marriage, right? How much does the marriage, based on the individual cheating on you, how much does it tears you? How much does it break you? If you're
Yes.
willing to stand same way or you're willing to walk away, right? What type of wrongs that this person does? Has he done it once? Has he done it twice? Has he done it three times? That are you willing to stand, have the courage and have the drive to stand and still fight for the marriage, right? Or did it be one time that you're saying, okay, I'm willing to forgive the person, I'm willing to work on this, but there are certain lines that needs to be taken here for us to work on this, right? So we have to, there's a whole lot of verifications, right, when it
Yes.
comes to forgiveness, because we are not like Christ. First, we have to understand Christ will give us over and over and over again. But when it
Yes.
comes to the human side of who we are, man of God, we have to understand the human sides are with flaws and with imperfection. And the
Yeah.
human sides have emotions and feelings that run wild. So it's not going to be easy for a man and a woman to forgive each other, but the Bible says love covers a multitude of sin. Now, if you have love within your marriage, even though it hurts, you will love enough in order to work on your marriage. So we have to
Mhm.
look at it on the biblical side, we have to look at it on the emotional side, and also on the spiritual side. And one of the things when I say spiritual side, I want to share, when you're looking at it on the spiritual side, remember there's also, when it comes to your marriage as a believer in the body of Christ, what can allow your marriage or your partner, whether it's a woman, whether it's a man, what does allow him or she to go out and cheat? There can be verification of different spirit. There can be Jezebel. There can be unforgiveness. There can be trust issue. And we're talking about spirits here that will allow your partner to step out of the marriage, that it will allow you also to have an unforgiveness, because that spirit can be there that you will not be able to forgive the person, right? So we have to look at these verifications, right? Because when you get into marriage, marriage is a ministry, and the enemy will test them. The enemy will come after the marriage in every area possibly. So you have to now know, how do I deal with this? That Jezebel don't come in, that my husband don't walk out, that my wife don't walk out. What do I do that when the time comes, even if somebody I pursue the man or pursue the woman and you find out, right? Even if it's not cheating or lying in the bed, because people think that by having sex alone is considered cheating, right?
Mhm.
You can cheat within your mind
Yes.
by thinking about somebody while in the presence of your partner. Am I making sense? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's considered cheating too as well. A lot of people might not believe that, but it is considered cheating. right? You can cheat on the person by also undressing somebody while in the presence of your partner, right? You can also cheat on your partner while knowing that, for example, you're there and you're flirting by touching sexually somebody else in the presence of your partner.
Yes.
And remember, when you are married to somebody who is now yours and you are theirs. So anything that can triggers that emotional thoughts, anything that you do can trigger that emotional feelings, that person will think that you're cheating, right? Because a simple act we commit, we're cheating, right?
Yes.
It's the same thing. We cheat on Christ by doing some stuff when we're supposed to be standing in the presence of Christ. We're supposed to be doing the right thing, but we are cheating on him by committing wrongful acts, and he's not pleased with it. So it's the same thing as your marriage. When you do these things, you're cheating, right? We don't understand. Even as a simple as a flirtatious comment to somebody in a text, even if you're not saying, oh, it's not flirting, it's not sending a cheating message, but it is. Once it is out of line and out of context, it is considered as cheating. It's
Yes.
considered as cheating. So we have to understand that cheating is not only sexually, but it's also by the acts you do in your mind and in your hearts and even in your thoughts, right? So you have to underline, how do you deal with these type of behaviors and pattern as cheating, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, right? You have to underline how what do you consider as cheating as well, right? And if you can forgive the person, because a simple thing, as I said before, man of God, a simple thing as me having my wife and me undress a next woman in the presence of her, she's going to feel a way about it. Because
Yeah.
me are gonna make a certain flirtatious comment to her. Now she might feel a way to the point and place that when we go home, she vexed with me. And while
Mm-hmm.
she's vexed with me, I'm there and like, oh baby, what happened? Then she started to talk and she said, "Me can't forgive you for that because you're telling me that me and you're married and yet still you are undressing an next woman and making flirtatious comment to her." So
Mm-hmm.
there and then my wife would say to me, "Listen, me can't forgive you for that." Right? And oh, best believe that some of us, man of God, will say that's a petty thing for a woman to complain over. But it's not, because you're married for better or for worse and you are in the relationship for the long haul. So anything you do, it affects not only the woman but it affects your marriage, because people look at don't understand that marriage is something that you have to understand, that marriage is something that you do not only on paper but you also do it before God and man. So it is something that is not only registered in the laws of man but it's also registered in the heavens of God. So therefore, if I do what I do where my wife is concerned in by undressing a woman or giving flirtatious comment, I am cheating on her. So in her own rights and her justification, being married to me as a man, as her husband, she is going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to leave her to think within her mind, can I trust this man? Because if he does it before me, then imagine what he does. And that leads her to think that, listen, I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you because if you can do this, imagine what else you will do behind my back.
Yes.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So we have to understand, forgiveness is for a man to cheat or for a man to do that. Listen, cheating is not one way. It's not sexually alone. And forgiveness is one of the most hardest things. And that's why I say we are not like Christ, right? But the Bible tells you again, love conquers a multitude of sin. Now, when you have love within your heart for an individual, when you have compassion for an individual, it means that you will strive for the marriage. You will strive to love that person despite of the flaws and the faults. Now, mark you, I'm going to say this, not because you have love for somebody, man of God and woman of God, that
Mm-hmm.
does not mean that there are certain things that your heart will be able to manage. Your heart will not be able to manage it, even though you love them,
Yes.
because you're a human being. And so, if, for
Yes.
example, and this is why I'm one person, I don't agree, I don't encourage somebody to stay in a marriage if the man is abusive. Me personally, I encourage nobody to do that.
Yes.
right? Me nah, it's your choice. But for me personally, I would say if I see that I'm going to be abusive to my wife, I wouldn't encourage her to stay in the marriage. Yes, me love her, but you don't love somebody if you abuse them too as well.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
have to understand that the heart is something that can never manage, and the emotions are not something that can easily manage certain things that we do, right? Henceforth, while forgiveness is for some of us is hard, forgiveness for some of us is very hard because of what we hold on based on the hurt that we go through. But when you have love also, if you are somebody that really and truly, genuinely, notice what I said,
Mhm.
truly and genuinely love your partner, you will forgive them, but you won't forget the situation, right?
Yes.
Now that's where you strive to work on the relationship and work on also communicating better, work on also building the marriage to the place that it needs to be, right? Now, understand me, and I'm saying this to say that, man and woman of God, understand me that people do not understand the foundation of forgiveness. We human
Mhm.
beings, we don't understand it. We do not understand it. And this is why we are striving every day. And this is why I said to people all the while, don't get married if you don't know why you're getting married. Don't get
Thank
married
you.
if you don't know why you're getting married, right?
Thank you.
Because marriage is a ministry, marriage is honorable unto God, right? If you do not know why you're getting married, because people get married for various different reasons, some for sex, some for mental support, some for emotional support, some for a various number of reasons, right? Now, for example, I'm gonna use an example, man of God. If
Yes.
if for example, if for example you are in a relationship looking to get married to the individual, remember, the man
Yes.
might have a little
Go ahead, man of God.
the man might have a little touchy style where him like to touch every female where him see. Him love touch. Now,
Yes.
you and the man talk about it, right? One day you and the man go out, and even though you and the man talk about it and the man work on it, now that man can go and just unknowingly, not remembering, right? By mistake, touch the woman, right? Just
Yeah.
touch her, whether upon her shoulder, whether in her head or upon her cheek, wherever, right?
Mhm.
And you know, immediately begin to get in your emotions and feelings without querying the matter. You
Yes.
begin to get all up there, and then now you begin to say, oh, listen, the moment, or even if you don't go home, you can start to blast the man in the middle of the public, or when you get home, and
Yes.
you start to make it become a thing where, oh, listen, they can't forgive you because we talk about this and you touch. And if the man is saying to you now, oh, listen, um me never did even a thing say XYZ. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
No, we have to understand that coming to the reality of a marriage, there are some things that the enemy, or even there are some things that will stand out before you that the man will do even before him get, even when him get married. And it might not be intentional. Hear me well. It might not be intentional, but it happens. Can you forgive the individual? Because, for example, the man might just their work, and a girl might say two things to him, and he might in return make the comments, and him come home and he say to you, remember, I must have to say to you, can you forgive him? Right?
Mhm.
Can you forgive the man? Right? So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, forgiveness is not something that is easy. And this is why I go back to say the Bible covers a multitude of sin. Now, marriage is something that is godly instituted, it is godly directed, and this is why marriage is not for everybody. Because
Mhm.
if you don't have God in it, it cannot work. You will fail 152 times. Notice, and I'm gonna shock some of y'all, because you have to understand, man of God, even Christians in a church married and married for the wrong reason and end up their marriage fail. You get what I'm saying? So it's not
Yes.
just only unsaved, because some of them going there because of sex. And the moment the man, because the man maybe or the woman maybe never had the desire for the man, them never have the desire, but because them in a church and them feel like, listen, oh, we're in a church and we are serve God, make we get married. The moment the man see one church sister and him start to flirt and him start to move around her, or the woman do the same, right? You begin to forget, say, listen to me, oh, we are married, and we stand before God, and oh, me can't forgive you because imagine
Mhm.
Sister June, you just start to flow through her and you forget that you stand before God and man, making a vow that was recorded in heavenly places.
Mhm.
So understand me when I say this. Marriage is not for everybody because it
Yeah.
comes. Here's what the Bible said. When I say this again, I say love cover a multitude of sin. But here's what happened. The Bible speaks about also forgiveness, love, compassion, understanding, communication, right? It speaks about all the key components that makes a marriage what it is based on the foundation of who you are while serving God and God being in the center of the marriage. So if God is in the center of your marriage, then now you know what you're dealing with. Because now, even when the man literally makes some little flirtatious comment, come home to you and tell you, baby, me make some little talking with whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
No, you know that because you're serving God and God has teach you and given you the wisdom how to deal with it. You know, all right, you calm down and you say, okay, then listen, you made the comments, and I'm glad that you come home and you say to me, now please be careful. Do not make this happen again, right? That's the step of forgiveness. That's the step of
You know what?
forgiveness. Go
In
ahead,
one
woman of
minute,
God.
the man of God next on them make Taylor run through your chat.
Go ahead.
Man of God.
Give me a minute.
Sure.
Alright.
All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna go in the chat. Ken says, without God, the temptation of flesh is will become a failure. So true. Said again, in a marriage, a member of the devil eats marriage. That's correct. All right. Um, Simone says the amount of process to take to cheat should that be a mistake. It start from conversion, finding a place, go to dinner, etc. All of that people should be taking. Is this right? All right. So teacher P, mega shout out to you. All right. Uh, I said again that marriage is not weak because it takes a lot of hard work to marriage. So you have to be well to put in the hard work. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Sidonie says, I'll always love to listen to Mr. Williams speaking facts. Exactly. You want to talk about it?
Alright. So before us they finish read off the comments, right? I'm going to ask like Mr. Williams something there because me agree with what someone really saying. I'm not gonna tell us that we're a human being and we won't make mistake. But some of these things that we call mistake is not a mistake. It is a decision. Whether we want to agree, every person something that is
Have them
different,
one.
right? Have them own opinion. So each is own, right? All
Mm-hmm.
right. To me, I believe forgiveness, you can forgive your partner, right? If you're being treated and whether the man or the woman, forgiveness is a must because remember now, forgiveness is not for the person who hurt you. Forgiveness is for you can move on, right? And come out of probably that place where you are, right? All right. The end of the day, all right, if my partner, God forbid it, right, treated me and me say, okay, then I will forgive, right? Sometimes forgiveness can be so hard because it's not easy to really say forgive, but you have to make it up in your mind, right? You make it up in your mind and you forgive the person. That don't mean say you have to stay with the individual, even though you forgive the person. It don't mean say you have to stay there with your husband or stay there with your wife. Even though some person will say it's just a one night stand or a one night thing happy, but at the same time, stop and picture this in your head. You even take the time out to know where your person is coming from, how far you are coming from, whether it be the man or the woman. So when you see temptation, remember the enemy don't like to see marriage. The enemy try anything. Man know that a whole lot. So listen, woman, we are so some woman out here. I'm not going to say every woman. Some Jezebel out there, like they will try everything to say, mash up your relationship, ruin every single thing that you have.
Daniel TV, made a
So
shout out,
blessing
alright?
to you, Daniel TV. So the end of the day, that don't mean say true me forgive, me have to say stay with the person. Mr. Williams drop off there, right?
Oh,
That don't mean say true mean say forgive, right? That don't mean say I have to stay with the person, right? And support. This was a question to Mr. Williams. Don't even come up back, right? And support. That don't mean say you have to say forgive the person. Forgiveness don't mean by say you have to forgive and stay. You can't forgive and you not have to stay in the relationship. Taylor, got you comment first and then Mr. Williams answer my question. All right. So blessing again, Daniel Comedy. Blessings to you. Mr. Williams, just to answer the question, just make Mr. Taylor put you in
Sure,
chat.
no problem.
Alright. So Simone says, any woman married to that man and see him touching every woman, he see that what kind of marriage would that be? What that's a red flag, a hanging red flag.
Right here,
Right
Sister
there,
Simone.
right there. She she do not need to stay in with that person. That is exactly
Yes.
because the man they will love touch him, will touch until him touch her.
Actually,
You
no,
know,
and I
different
believe,
things.
like said, even all right, in general, you have some person you can go through the comments. Anytime you want to stop me, you can stop me. All right, I believe
You
in
want me to read?
general. Go ahead and read where I read.
All right, so big up yourself again.
Teacher P.
Teacher P says, thank you, Mystic. Rest and relax is good. Happy you had to do that today. All right, Simone. Mystic says Simone agree that that is a big red flag. Street exactly.
Man.
That's a big red
Yes,
flag.
man.
No
Big
doubt
red
about
flag.
it.
And
Touch,
then
touch,
you know,
touch.
say you have some person out there with you because I know a particular church brother
Boy.
that says so. And like to me, like the church brother love to hug church sister, right? I know of a church brother who says so, right? The person is a married man, right? But him have a weakness. I realize the weakness, right? Because me tell my husband, you see me, what me sensitive to a lot of things, but sometimes some things you just have to leave it alone. This church brother love to go all around like him know him weakness, but him still love to hug the church sister them. And to me feel say if you know as a man you have a weakness, you have to know how to control that side of your weakness. You can't know say you're weak to the flesh and then you go around, you hug. Remember, you know, when say you hug a woman, you know, your breast are rub up on you sometime, you know, and I look how breast feelings they rubbing up and every little thing is pain type, the fragrance type, woman and so forth. You have to be very careful what you're doing. So if you're a man out there or whether a female out there and you know you have a weakness sometimes you come on to certain things, me not tell us say stop your heap of hugging up, because that can get you in a lot of trouble also. You want to go ahead, Mr. Taylor? You have to come, Mr. Williams.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Mr. Williams. Stay with me.
No
All
problem.
right. All right. Simone said the Bible said to avoid fornication, do not touch a woman if they are not your wife. Let every man have their own wife. All right. That's the Bible. That's the Bible right there. All right. So teacher P says, all right.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, It is so hard to forgive a man that cheat.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
hard.
hard. It's very hard, and for forgive him, and then everyone
But in
cheat.
Christ, sometimes it's
Cheat.
easy.
Trust is broke. Yes, trust is broken, of course.
A lot of things
Right there,
broken.
right there. So
All right. So, all right, listen. Mr. William, now I make you say answer the
yeah, you
question.
can go
So
now.
let me repeat the question one more you to answer. All right. So forgive your partner. Forgive your partner, Mr. Williams. It means by say you have to forgive if your partner cheats on you. It means say you have to forgive them and stay with them, or you can make that decision. It say forgive them and leave them. Go ahead and answer the question now, Mr. Williams.
What do you
Good
think about?
question. Good question.
Yes,
And let me say this because I've been in a
yes, go
situation
ahead.
of that magnitude. I've been in a situation of that magnitude where I was
Yes,
actually cheated on. And that very same magnitude, it allows me to forgive the person, not for them, but for me. Because you
yes,
see, let me say this. Sometimes if you don't forgive people, you end up have bitterness inside of you. You end up carrying
yes,
the same scars and the same
yes,
emotional hurts. And what
yes,
it does, it allows you to become so bitter to the point and place where now you are at the place where if a next woman comes into your life as a man, you do
yes,
not trust and eat the simplest of things, you will not forgive that woman, right? The
yes,
simplest of mistakes, right? So you can forgive them, but do not stay with them. And let me tell you
yes,
why I say do not stay with them, because
yes,
once they do it once or they do it twice or they do it three times especially, you are going to be in the same situation where you're going to be looking at, and it becomes an emotional scar on your mind, on your heart, because you're saying, no, I'm with this woman and this woman has done this to me, I forgive her and now stay with her. Now she can go back and do the same thing again. So it will
yes,
become something that is toxic to you, because now you're saying there's no trust in the relationship, that I can
yes,
trust her anymore, right? So now it is better if you move on with your life, because in the initial stage, what it tells you is that you don't deserve that type of damage. You don't deserve that type of emotional or mental damage.
yes,
What you need to do is to move on and sort yourself out. Get your healing, get your peace of mind back, and get yourself
yes,
back at that place. But yes, do forgive them. Do forgive them for you and for the betterment of your life, that you can grow as a better human being, not a bitter one.
yes.
So yes, you can forgive them and move on.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much
Uh,
for the answer. Go ahead with your
and
comment.
to add to this, Simone said something, right, out of the Bible also. Simone says, my husband said, the Bible said, let a man leave his mother and father and cling to his wife.
Yes.
So there are no space leave for no one else. So when there should not be any space for cheat. That's a fact.
Right. One of the things I really want to look at is very important, and I've heard people
Yes.
say this, woman of God, is
Yeah.
that
Go ahead.
leave mother and father and cleave to thy own. Yes, leave
Yes.
mother and father and cleave to thy own. But how many of us that are married bring the mother and father same way in a relationship? How
Uh,
many of us
That
that
that's
do it?
another thing.
that's a fact.
That's
You
That's a
another
fact.
understand?
Go
thing.
ahead, man of God. Go ahead.
So we analyze that, and especially in the body of Christ, we say leave the mother, father, cleave to the home. But yet still, the moment you have a problem, your mother and father come up in your marital house, come up in your relationship, even your sexual life. This is
Yes.
something that we have to be careful of, because why I say be careful, because even though you step out of your mother and father house, you still allow them to step into your life, that they can cause damages same way.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
hear me well. Mother and father is one. When you have no friends in the midst, but you can allow your mothers and father to be in the midst, what you're doing is that you're giving them legal rights to your marriage. You're giving them legal rights to your emotional status as husband and wife. whether it is the man that's doing it or it's a woman that's doing it. You're giving them legal rights now. You're telling them this is it. And I'm all shocked, some of y'all people, because some of your people don't understand how serious this is. When you allow them to come into your marriage and start to make decision, now you're forming a covenant with them same way to marriage, because it does not mean that they stand before God and man in the marriage, but you're making a covenant with them by allowing them to speak in every decision you make in your marriage. So the covenant that they made is that they have rights, legal rights and jurisdictions to meddle in your marriage at all times, whether it might be pertaining to how the wife wash the man clothes, the wife prepare the man dinner. They have legal rights because you are now giving them rights by making decisions for you through agreements, right? So we have to really analyze that. The Bible speaks about it, but understand the Bible did say when you leave mother and father, cleave to your own. That means the mother and father nothing in it.
Yes,
Leave them. Them not
yes.
supposed to stay in
And a
it.
lot of
So we do that
and that is
oftentimes
also
by
a lot
inviting
of
them in here.
person,
Go ahead.
even though the Bible say that, even though the Bible say that a lot of person like as a state man of God, when they are leaving, like so when they are leaving to say go and marry to the wife and support them, bring them parents in a it or bring family member. And sometimes you know you're married to an individual, like you're married to the woman or you're married to the man, and you as a man don't have no talk in your own house, even to your wife, everything family have to involve. Sometimes it go the harder we are on. You as the wife have absolutely no talk. Anything what the mother-in-law say, and it goes and stuff. Whatever you cook it dinner, like there is a competition between you and the man mother. You understand there is a competition. You can't cook how mommy cook and why me like old mommy prepare this. So if you like so much a mommy thing, why you get a wife? And if you like so much a mommy thing as a daughter, your daddy things, why you go and involve in the first case with the people them boy people? So we have to understand. So when time we is going to get married, we have to say leave family behind or relative behind, and you have to cling to your partner and let your partner can have that committed relationship. You take time out to know the person who you is going to spend the rest of your life with, and the person take the same time out to know you. This is not about family, about cousin, about parents, because parents already live for them life. So now is your time to live your life.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna go in on the comments and
So
then
true.
hello. So, all right. So Teacher P says yes, Sidney. Sometimes when they when you forget someone, when you forgive someone for cheating, instead of the person, my God, instead of the person feel remorseful, that person think it's okay to go on a cheating spree. That's a fact. Because I'm talking about man too. You understand? And Mr. Williams can help me carry forth this one. We as man, the woman, you have a good woman, you know. You understand? And you go out there, you cheat, and the woman, all right, baby, we forgive you and something. You understand? And yet still, before we're looking at ourselves and say, boy, you know, so I'm not gonna do it again. Go up on a spree. You understand? Oh, wife, you forgive me this time, and me can't go. And she go forgive me 100 times. And I say go and listen again. Sometimes some people say put it to Bible and said, all right then, you know, the Bible says forgive 7 times 7 and this. Listen, use wisdom. If a wife give you or your husband give you one chance and forgive, nobody gonna do it again. You understand? Him
I
not must have
agree.
to
I
give you the
agree.
second. Him not must have to give you the second chance. Don't do it. You understand? Buddha said the first time a mistake, so the second time a purpose. Me leave now make it go to our next time. You have a first time. There is no second or third time. Long as that first time happen, if you happen again, I eat that. So, Mr. Williams.
I agree with you. I agree with you because here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand that when you come to that decision of whether whether it's by being being in a situation that you step out and cheat on your partner and that partner forgive you.
Yeah.
Let me say this: a lot of people do not understand that when you do that again, it's a choice. It's a choice that you know make to go back and do it again, right? It's not the same like the first time. It's a choice. So when you make that choice to go back and cheat again, you're telling your person, oh, because you have a heart of forgiveness, you are now giving me rights to do this, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that. Listen to me, ladies. If the man cheat the first time and you forgive him, and him cheat the second time and you forgive him, do not let the third time happen.
Thank
Do
you.
not. And I'm being honest. Let me tell you why I say don't let the third time happen, because that individual will see that you have a heart of forgiveness and take it for granted. That means that
Yeah.
person have no remorse because that person doesn't care about your feelings. They don't care about you, how you love them enough to give them the chance. They only see it as an opportunity to have more than
Thank you.
one woman. And so you have to now be careful that you have to take measures by
Mm-hmm.
securing your own feelings and your own heart as a woman to protect yourself. Because listen to me, let me say this: if the man cheat once and twice and you forgive him for the once and the twice, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it will do something to you emotionally and mentally. It will damage you, and I'm telling you it will, because human beings were never made to hold certain things in. Don't
Mm-hmm.
care who you are, whether you're a man or a woman. We were never made to hold certain things in. We were never made to carry a lot of weight or baggages. We were never made for that. So immediately some things will make us explode. Some of us we hold it longer than some. But then
Yeah.
after you reach where your cup is full, you explode, right? So your peace of mind is very important. Your emotions are very important. So if the man do it once and twice and you forgive him, do not let it happen a third time that you forgive him and then sit down in the marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is either you step or you go get some counseling. It's up
Yeah.
to you and your choice on that. And so that's very important. Very, very important.
All right. And
You know?
next thing, man of God, sorry to cut you. All right.
Go ahead.
Mystic Sensation says, agree, teacher P, because you can forgive, but that trust cannot be truly regained. That is true. Because when a man go out there and go treat,
Remember, it's a both
you understand? Yes, I'm both way. All right. But
when a man
me,
or
me,
a
me, me,
lady
me
do
pinpoint that a
yeah.
man and woman go here and cheat. You understand? And believe it, yes or no. The woman they run and the arch forgive and everything, and the man they run and forgive and stuff like that. You understand? But deep down, boy, yes, that's what I said. Baby, you trust me? Even when she say, yes, baby, I trust you.
It just
Remember
kind of
this,
hard to work
that
on.
that will never ever go 100% until you work
Yeah. The trust,
and
I
show
believe
us
it's
and
a
show us
hard.
say, boy, you know so what I do is so stupid and he never supposed to do. And try your best and win back he or she trust.
And it's a hard to say again. And then one thing we are fact like even ladies and so forth, never make a woman trust you 100% and you break that trust. Especially ladies like we have my name, the Simone,
Yeah, easy as
are
that.
the ladies them that was born in the month of May. Never make the ladies
Worry.
them said trust you 100% and you break that trust. That trust is going to be hard to gain. And listen,
Hey, Taylor,
go
more
ahead,
take
go
time
to
and
it
pinch
coming,
and
go to it coming,
get
go to it
get
coming,
it
go
there.
to it coming.
All right. All right. So Sidonie says the truth of breaking even when the couple decided to stay together um yeah, to stay together and the person
Come play
genuinely
blah blah for
genuinely
him.
change. It's hard to believe it. That's true because
It's
always I look
hard.
on a person and say, boy, he or she are go out there again. So
Yeah.
genuinely, it's really hard, even when the person seems to change your mind your subconscious mind I said, why I wonder if it really, really changed. You
All right.
understand?
May I say this, right? All right. As for me, I do not believe in God. I do not believe in God. And I'm not only looking for this on emotional part or physical part. I'm looking at it on the whole of the side, even the spiritual part. Like as for me, like I don't believe in it. And you work so hard to build a whole entire family, right? And you have to say just a little something is going to make you said mash up everything where you work all years to build. It take you just a minute or a second for you to mash up everything where you work so hard to build. Like for me, like me no know, like that trust thing there. For me, like me no know if that trust thing there na ever work out for me because it's hard to trust somebody that cheats on you one time. It's hard. Trust me, it take a God in you for really say go back because say trust that person, whether I be the man or the lady, 100% back. It take God to say do it for you to go back and trust your partner that way.
The right
Yeah,
way.
for minute back and stuff. And then listen, you see when your partner cheats on you, I must say this out there. Them have to work triple time to try to mend back something what they broke. Them have to work triple time, because them have to work a whole lot because what they did. So man out there, ladies out there, when they just be smart and be more vigilant, it make absolutely no sense. Once your relationship, something it work. That's why I always talk about date. And it go back to there. So when the marriage you feel say it a fade out or it a reach a point, you want to go ahead with comment?
Yeah.
Go
All right.
ahead.
Shaniki DIY says, and if you're weak in the flesh, stop go out with around person with with you're weak. I think she will continue this. We should stop her. But if you're weak, you know say you as man or woman, if you're weak to flesh, nobody boy you hug and I do certain things. You understand? Sidonie says that's exactly what I'm saying. Also, even when they stop doing it, um, it's the trust is broken. Broke up clean. All right, Taylor, you can go
Yes.
on.
Where I was, they put me. I don't remember. I not even
I
remember.
remember also.
You know,
Go ahead.
just
Go ahead.
just want
Right.
just wanted to add something to that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things you have to understand, because you see the reason why a lot of people trust cannot get back to the place or forgiving
Yes.
somebody is because of when you stand before God and you stand before man, you're creating a covenant first and foremost.
Yes.
Let me make this clear. Looking at the Bible said, for better or for worse, till death do
Word.
you part,
Yes.
will you love, will you honor, and all of these stuff, right? So now, because we are a people who stand on those very vows and those very commitments, now we are no longer looking back to our past, but we are looking to the future. So when you
Yes.
go into the marriage expecting to give the 99 or the 100, whatever the amount that you're giving, right? You are
Yes.
not looking back out there. So now, if that man or that woman decide that, listen, they're gonna cheat with a one or two time, that trust and
Yes.
forgiveness is going to be it's going to be one of the hardest things, because you have
Ah,
made a vow that you're not looking back anymore, but you're looking forward. So if I
yes.
go out and I cheat on my partner is no longer going to find that trust in me. It's going to be
Yes.
hard for she to trust me, right?
Yes.
Or it's going to be hard for her to forgive me,
Again.
even if
Yes.
she loves me. It's going to
Yes.
take some time. If she loves me and I love her, it's going to take some time for her to get back to that place where the love
Yes.
can strive again.
Mm-hmm.
The best
Mm-hmm.
thing,
Ah.
while, and I say this,
Mm-hmm.
the best thing for some people who you love each other, even though you cheat with a one or two time and you want the marriage to work, the best thing I can say to you is this, is that if the person needs some time, right? Yeah, blessings. If the person needs some time, one of the things you can do is to give them the time, but never let too much time come in between that you lose the connection, right? One of the things you can do is to work on building communications, right? And if the person said to you, I do not want to communicate right now, respect that as well. One of the things we ought to do, not to try to force too much, but remember, do not let too much time come in between the marriage that you're trying to get back into place based on the love you have for each other. Do not let too much time comes in between that. It can cause distance and it can cause problem too as well. So what you do, give them the time, but at the same time communicate with them. Hey, how are you? Good morning. Are you good? Leave it there. Do not try to force it. Hey, have a blessed day. Whatever it is,
Yes.
to build back that communication. Show that
Yes.
person that you're trying to work your way back to, while not forcing yourself, while not trying to push all of that um type of love out there on the individual. Don't try to push the love. Allow the love to flow naturally, that the love can develop back into the place that it needs to be. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's not going to be something that's going to be easy when you made those vows before God and man, because it's a covenant. It's a
yeah,
godly covenant. So
Yes.
you in your mind as a woman and as a man are now saying, no, listen, me not look for have nobody out there. She not look for have nobody out there. We done
Yes.
with our past life. We are now married together. So
yeah,
now
Exactly.
it's now a vow. So
yeah,
you make that commitment. So for better or
Yes.
for worse, me I go trust you, me I go love you, me I go honor you, me I go this, me I go that.
Yes.
So now the moment you step out and the moment you do all of that, now you're breaking that godly covenant. It's a godly covenant that you break. So
Yes.
the trust issue is going to be a problem. The forgiveness issue is going to be a problem, right? Even when you love the person. So we have to understand that when you make a covenant, make it to honor it, because you're
Yes.
damaging what you have stand before God and man to join.
amen.
And that's what I wanted to say too.
All
Yes.
right,
That's
well
what I want
said.
to say.
Mm-hmm.
Simone says, the Bible says, if a woman is not pleased with her husband, she can um put him away. Vice versa. So she's saying
Yeah. Yeah.
it go
Yeah.
both
Yeah. Yeah.
sides.
It go both sides. Yeah.
All right. Sidonie says, I heard a married man said it does doesn't cheat. He do not have money uh to, to mind woman. So me ask, so if you had money,
Oh,
you are
Jesus.
cheat. That's a good one. It have me laughing.
That means that if this person have money, that means that with them definitely have to they can
What
achieve
kind
them.
of talk?
Oh
What kind of
Jesus.
talk? So like
My God.
it's really for them exactly.
My God.
Why we are tell you. Some people can talk some things still.
My God. My God.
Yes,
All
that's
right, but
true.
all right. This is my few say on the topic, right? On the topic. If you're a married person, as man of God just said, Mr. William, marriage is honorable unto God. You make a vow, you say until death do us part, right? Remember, death don't do no part. So why is it? It is so easy, right? And this is why I said one person to even say call in and thanks again, Mystic Sensation, and thanks again the Brady's family for say come up and share your 2 cents on the topic. Mr. Williams, pick up yourself also. Listen, guys, like when we come here every Saturday night, pardon?
Never valid.
All
One.
right, then go at it, go at it.
All right. Sorry. All right. So the Bible says, I do not see anywhere in the Bible that said wife or husband for forgive each other for adultery. The Bible said if that person sub um commit adultery to put away. So forgive is up to the individual.
Yes. Welcome, Natural
Natural
Sammy.
Sammy, blessings
Blessing
to
to
you.
you. Blessing. All right. You finished? All right.
Mrs.
Listen.
Taylor, my God, that is almost. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Far as me concerned, all right, cheating where cheating is concerned, like let me put this out here, right? As to me, I believe in one marriage, one baptism. That is to me, like person out there is different. Every person is different, right? But my belief probably be different from your belief. That don't mean that we are discuss about the belief them and so forth, or we are run down each other, or nothing like that. You have a different belief, me willing to work with your one, if you willing to work with my one. To each his own. All right. Listen, I do not. Someone at that time may have the same name. I do not believe in cheating. But if you and your each married, let me say this, each marriage is unique in their own way. But if you and your husband marriage and things happen and your wife go ahead and cheat and you willing to forgive your wife, well, I can tell you what to do with your life. Once you know why, yeah, your wife sit down and work it out and talk about it,
That's
and your
okay.
wife explain to you and willing to say the work on the marriage and you don't want to mash it up, well, that's okay. Because truth of a fact, me love to see married people.
Exactly.
I love to see married couple. Let me put this out there. And I know the enemy don't like to see marriage and family in general. So I know the enemy will do anything at all. The enemy will walk back and forth through the earth to destroy wedding, to destroy family. It's just like if you have a friend and you and the friend are live good. The enemy put something in a someone outside to come at each other.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand?
Some kind of
Anything good,
division.
right? Anything good, the enemy do not like to see anything good. So the enemy are work overtime, especially in these times that we are living in. That's why I always come on live, and when I come on live, I say this. Guys, be vigilant. Pray for your partner.
Yes.
Pray for your wife. Pray for your
Husband.
husband.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say, oh, my husband is a man of God, so him have everything. Listen, pray for your husband. Prayer never too much. Prayer climb the mountain. Prayer change the course, the atmosphere. Pray for your partner who you are with. And night time, probably your wife asleep, go over her and start speak things over
Come
her.
on, no?
Declare something
no?
over your wife. Wife, do the same thing over your husband. You know how much time Mr. Taylor then you sleep all the kids them and me a walk back and forth. Me a speak some things over my husband, over my children, over my home, even over our business. Listen, you have to pray for each other. Ladies and husband and wife, if you are not a husband as yet or you are not a wife as yet, but you are planning to be in that position one day, listen, learn to put God first. Make God be the number one priority in your marriage. Here I'm telling you guys, hold on with each other. Come, Mr. Taylor, give me the hand. Hold on with each other. Join on together and pray together. The word of God said the family who pray together, stay together. So guys, listen, prayer. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
There are so many times we left so much loophole for the enemy to keep seeing. And this is what the enemy do. The enemy realize that man are sexual being. Every time I come on the live, I speak about man. Man are sexual being. And most of some of these man, I remember use the word, say, some of these man don't learn how to control themselves where sex is concerned. Because them eyes gravitate to what they are seeing. Man, eyes gravitate to what they are seeing. And I want to say this on live. I want to even go on TikTok and talk about it to Mr. Williams. Where nowadays I realize you go to a young person and you talk to a young person and like them say they have an individual and stuff with them probably don't marry but they have them partner. Right? And when you go to them and I say, you want to look a sexy lingerie or you want to look a panty to buy and stuff, they might tell you, say, oh, I don't wear lingerie. Even some married woman, you go to some married woman, married Christian woman, right? and I introduce them to certain things. They might say, oh, I don't wear certain things. So how your husband is going to attract to you
But
if you're not wearing go ahead, man of God.
I don't mean to cut you, but that's the thing with a lot of people who
Yes, go ahead.
in a relationship looking to get married. And I've said this oftentimes, ladies, if you're a man, if you're getting married, looking to get married, when you see the woman or when you see the man, the
Yes,
type of clothes you normally put on in terms of the nice fitted skirt and the nice
yes,
blouse, and if you normally wear some nice lingerie, when time you did have figure look the man I go on the date. Remember, when you
yes.
get married, still carry out that process, because guess what
Can
happened?
I
When
tell
the
you,
man
man of God?
when the man
Go
and you
ahead.
did that talk, the man never did that talk to no granny. The man did that talk to
All
a
right.
nice,
That
attractive
is it.
young lady. You get what I'm saying? So when you become
Exactly.
married, remain doing that which you do. Be attractive, same way. Be nice. Put
Exactly.
yourself together. That way the man won't look pan up. Even if the man have the desire for look pan the next woman, he might not know what he say. Listen, me have my wife will
Thank
have
you.
more than that, and she keeps it
Yes,
like that. But when I come home, I can
exactly.
look at her like that. And that's what we need to
Yes.
understand. Go ahead, woman I got.
Exactly. All right. So me I tell no, me I bring forth the lingerie and the sexy things. Remember, me being in marriage, this year is going to make 12
12
years.
years.
Like I have learned a lot of things. You see, half of what me learn in marriage is not man teach me. I'm glad that it's never mankind teach me, it's God's spirit who teach me.
Mhm.
Majority, I think, oh, me learn to be a good wife. Me wasn't no good wife because my husband can see it. I was the type of wife, I mean, when I come on here and I share it.
CNJ
When
family
he
show. Bless up
say
yourself.
things to me, and me feel upset, me feel like to me want to get the pot and give him one knockout. You understand? That was years ago in our first year of marriage. You understand? First to second year in marriage. Me get cross. When him say some little things to me,
And
me
here's
up
them
in
there,
him
no man.
face. And me say, what you just said to me, boy? You get to me and say, but look what the Lord has done. You understand? We grow to
Maturity.
maturity. Some things that God get up to stick me down and make me understand and make me know say, listen, my husband is the head of the household. You not
Mhm.
get to talk to him in certain manner. You not get to disrespect him and do certain. Listen, I learned a lot.
Mhm.
You hear me I tell you? So when today me you see me come on and me can teach. Remember I tell you, say knowledge teaches
Wisdom
wisdom.
teaches them.
Wisdom teaches knowledge. Right. Thanks, babe. Right? So the end of the day I learn it. So me I come and me I teach our young ladies today and so forth. You have some married woman when you introduce them to lingerie. Oh, I don't wear those things and oh, I don't
Mhm.
wear those type of fancy and this and
Mhm.
that. And I was like, oh my God.
Which man
Oh
really feel
my
good with
God.
that with
This
his
is
dress?
the reason why sometimes some of the husband them and guys listen will not say husband have no right to get cheat because as I said
Is
before, let
it?
me repeat myself. I do not believe in cheating. Not 1%, not 2%, neither three. I do not believe in cheating and full stop right here. But at the same time, if we as a married woman not going to fix up ourselves concerning our partner and so forth. When the man them go out a road and the Jezebel them out there and adorn themselves and put up the prettiest
The man
hairstyle
husband to
and
say
wear the
yes.
prettiest clothes, see them panty where them are wearing a normal and then we tell we as wife and then at the bedroom and wear the big chapal in panty, a bingo bag as we granny usual call it or even with mother and so forth and so what kind of nature we are give with husband for us? Where is the nature? And then one time the man now got messed up and so forth, some of us are complaining, why you know say a long time in give up. Listen, sometime we push with partner to go out here. And some of us, woman, I said it already and I'm going to say it again. Some of us as women, we are bullied to our husband. We're bullied. The man cannot even come and sit down and talk to you without you bully your husband, right? And it go both ways because
Yeah.
it goes to the
Yeah.
man them. So some no man who no listen. The woman attack and it come like say woman the pan, nee, nee, like a bees. to no ears because you don't want to listen. And some of you man out here you need to stop and listen to no wife. Stop and listen to no wife. Sometimes as man need to listen. You see, if someone man listen some position wanna put it on yourself in a right now. On a name I said put on yourself in a position. Right? There is no excuse as I said before for treat. But come on, go back to square one. When you're a woman need, you wear the fancy dancing. Lady, you still fix up on yourself. Fix up on yourself. Make when if the man choose to go out there, make the man can't come tell you nothing at all. Make the husband cannot come tell you, say, oh, you know, see, I told me a beg you for wear one G-string, I told me a beg you for wear one Pandy River, I told me a beg you for wear one look shot up in the house. Give the husband no reason to go out there. The husband don't supposed to have no reason. So when you go out there, God, you think, don't come in here. Come tell me, say, because when me and I do, or when me give fear do as a wife, because listen, I already I do everything where a wife supposed to do for them husband.
That is it. That is it. And I agree with you, Miss Taylor, because here's a problem. A lot of males are, and you said something that is very vital and very important. A lot of males are sexual beings. We see with our eyes. We see with our eyes. The Bible said the eyes are the gateways to the soul. We see with our eyes, and what we see we become attracted to, right? Understand me, ladies. If you do not have any attraction, and I'm not talking about shape, because a woman can have a shape and still be attractive to her husband based on how she dress, based on how she look, based on how she carry and present herself, and that man just can't keep him on after her. You get what I'm saying? Now you have to understand that when a man start to see you, he does not see you as in, oh, she's a granny. I see a woman that presents herself as a woman, a lady, where we make me want to come home every night, every day early, as he said 7 o'clock me day a yard, as he said 9 o'clock me day a yard. Me don't even want to hear my coworker them say come we have a drink. Me want day a yard because me I go and go see my wife a nice little short shots and something underneath the short shots. Can I talk to here? So and when he's stepping and she just make a nice pose and thing him say, oh Lord, me forget say me even have to go eat. The point being is that, ladies and gentlemen, understand me. Miss Taylor made it clear. Ladies, don't make your husband, do not even at one moment, don't make him think say, oh, you are giving him a reason for go cheat. You do everything by possibility to let that man know, listen to me, if you want to cheat, that are your business, but I make sure I do everything in my household. So at the end of the day, you can't come back to me, come say that I was not the one. You get what I'm saying? So you have to, because remember, when the Bible, when Christ created woman, he created woman to be the helpmate, the comfort of a man, right? The comfort, right? His best friend, his companion, his emotional system, right? So what you have is the power to
Yes. The internet gone. Yeah. It seems like an internet support. All right. So man, I got Mr. Williams will soon be back, but he was getting to a solid point. All right. See my come back up here. I accept him. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
right. So I'm saying, ladies, and I've said this, I think I said this to somebody the other day. Women do not know how much power you have over a man. And it's
Can
truth,
I
it's
tell
reality.
you?
You do not know. So if you're in your household as a wife and your husband is behaving certain way, there are ways, woman, you don't have to argue. You don't have to argue with the man none at all. You don't have to. If you argue, you want to argue. Let me tell you this: the way that you ladies have power, you can simply sit down and make him flare and go on. And all you have to do is just go put on one nice lingerie and you see him turn idiot.
Amen.
I tell you,
Change.
him turn idiot. Him change his mind, his demeanor, everything change because you take him out of a place, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is just When the man a flare and go on, woman of God, all you have to do is just set an atmosphere, ambience that
That
him
is
can
it.
say, okay, me just accost this a woman here and she had put on nice music and she had like candle and no man, that woman has something wrong. But immediately him forget saying did I cuss you?
All
That
right.
is
Immediately
it.
him forget
That
say
is
was
All
it.
right.
upset. You get what I'm
That's what
saying?
this is about.
That is
Mr.
it.
And so,
Williams, Mr.
go ahead, man
Williams,
of God.
sorry for cut you.
My
But
God.
I hope even the silent listeners is hearing. That's what man of God said is facts. Remember, I
True.
talk said this year gonna be 12 years. Yes, as young as we look, 12 years in marriage. You understand? Let me say something to you. Ladies, long as you fix up it, you don't have to argue the husband on at all. I
True.
can remember Simone and I, you understand, me vex about something. And when she did her nice, sexy thing and, she go on, I say, me vex. My girl goes a bam. Listen, my ladies, open up on the ears. She clean off the dresser, clean. And my girl goes a bam and go panta fight and goes a bam and make a split by the dresser.
Mighty
And when
Jesus.
my wife make a split by the dresser, say, everything gone.
Forgiveness comes
So
easily.
ladies, you know, have
Power.
power.
A true.
That's
Fact.
it.
You hear me?
A true.
That's it.
A true.
That's it.
A true.
Because let me tell you, let me say this, man of God, and I believe that we need to look back. Women look back, and I'm not saying this to say that ladies, not because you know you have the power or what have been said here tonight, you're gonna use it for destroy a man. No,
Yes.
what
Because
I'm
they need to
saying,
do that. Yes.
notice when the Bible speaks about Adam and Eve and how the woman, the Bible said the woman, she spoke to the man in a way, she lead him to the place that he would heed the fruit, right?
Yes.
Notice how much power she had, that the man who God gave the
Fact.
authority and dominion
Yeah,
over all the
yeah.
animals. One woman could have bring him down to him knee. One woman would allow him to disobey God. One woman would allow him to eat the fruit. Why? Because she was created to bring him out of the place that he was in. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Women was never meant to just have breast and leg and thigh alone. But just by the way you speak can be alluring to a man. Just
Yes.
by the way you touch can be alluring to a man. Just by the way you walk around him can be that hypnotizing to him. Because men are attracted to what they see, what they feel, what they hear.
That
So
is
if
it.
as a woman you do not know how to entertain, I'm not talking about just going in the bedroom alone, but if you don't know how to draw him out of the place even when him upset, then you just give up your powers and your right to your husband. You
Mm-hmm.
give
That
it
is
up to
it.
our next Jezebel. You give it up
That
to our
is
next woman who will fling her line after him.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me say this, woman of God. A
yes.
woman, your husband come, and you never have to take off all your clothes. You
Mm-hmm.
never have to take off your clothes, ladies. This is how serious it is, and take it from me as a man. The man
Yes.
can come and the man upset. All you have to do is just rub him back. Listen, rub him
Yes.
back.
The spirit
Rub
of
him back. After you
rebellion.
rub him back, rub him head. Just rub him down. The man we forget same upset. Rub him down. No, it's serious.
Yes.
It's serious, you
A
know, woman again.
fact. It's a
Rub him
fact.
down.
Yes.
And
Ladies,
and,
on
and
the
the
don't
way
use
and the way
it
you
against the man in the wrong way. Please. Wanna be careful.
definitely, definitely. Definitely. Take it from me as a man. The way you rub down that man, the man will forget. Him anger will subside because you rub him down in a way that him forget say him did him argue over something. You can
Mhm.
be there and all when him come in, all you do is just give him a look. You see that look there alone? That look there alone make him realize, so listen to me, she ain't in an argument with me. She just want to hug me. You get what I'm saying? And you don't have to say it because watch this. The way that God has given you power, the way that God has given you a charm to keep your husband or to keep your man at the place is like if him even upset, him just sit down and look by you. Him just sit down and look by you. If him even I was listening to a pastor. I was
Yes.
listening to a pastor I think it was this morning, woman of God. And
Yes.
the pastor make him statement. Him say, listen to me. Him coming from work and him wife, the helper for the house, end up wash the curtain. Man, him because the wife and the helper was washing. And she take down the curtain and him say, Mr. Man will love him privacy. And you know, as him coming from work in bedroom, I'm secret place. And he said when he came in the house and he see the curtain them take down, him want to go draw a curtain, no curtain of the day. The wife said, me I go put up the curtain. It was like the Friday, the
Yes.
Saturday, the curtain go up, the Monday, the curtain go up, right? The Sunday,
Yes.
the curtain go up, the Monday, the curtain go up. And immediately when the man about to go blow the gasket, she said to him, can you help me put up the curtain? Because they made an agreement. She said to him, can you help me put up the curtain? Immediately the man forgets him upset. And him just literally start laugh because he must say she came to him in a way that was humorous, and she just
Yes.
come and rub him chin and say, baby, can you help me put up the curtain? Me know you like your privacy, but you know we can't do a little privacy afterward. Help me
Yes.
put up the curtain. And she
Yes.
get him out of the place because she know him was upset. She get him
Yes.
out of the place. She
And
just
that
rub him
is it.
chin and said, baby, can you help me put up the curtain? You know what I'm
And
saying?
that is it. Yeah.
So
And we
go ahead,
go
woman
ahead,
of God.
go ahead.
So I'm just saying, ladies, you have a great advantage over man. But not until you recognize who you are as a wife, as a woman, not until you recognize how much God has given you to bring that man to the place that he needs to be, then you will never truly understand what you're called to do as a wife. A wife job is to make sure that a man is secure in his house, not only emotionally nor mentally, but also sexually. Your job is
Uh,
to make sure that even one time I'm upset, you bring him to a place of understanding, bring him
yes.
to a place of quietness, bring him to a place of peace, bring him to a place of tranquility. That
Yes.
means even if him did upset him, forget why I'm upset. Let me
Right.
tell you. So you have to have those keys in place. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say.
Yes.
Back to you.
And
All
thank
right.
you so much. Like I agree 100% on what Mr. Williams just keep, because ladies, like this you have to do, because remember man are sexual being, and Mr. Williams break said it all a short while ago. Only thing I'm going to add to what Mr. Williams said, a lot of persons said like say in the bedroom, like them don't listen to certain type of love song or
Mm-hmm.
whatever and support them like for just quietness. But ladies, listen, if you feel say you need to go nice love song in your bedroom and you and your husband get the business, the show on the market and do what you have to do what it is necessary to keep your relationship active. Anything it require for your marriage to be good and
Spicy.
okay and spicy, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do, guys. Like, listen, if it recommended you as a lady have to put on a little heels, put it
Put it
on.
on.
Put it on. If it recommend that you as a lady have to say dance to entertain your husband, do what you have to do. Man out there, if the lady said to me, he said to you, your wife said to you, say, babe, just but a two dance me know. All of you can dance and you only can rock two side. The ladies appreciate it. Guys, do what you have to do to make your relationship work, your marriage work. And I just going to say this little thing. And when we say this little thing, I'm not going over it back again. Listen, there is no reason for cheating. Cheating, it begins from in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
You process it and you decide, you make your decision that you are going to be doing
Doing
it,
it.
right? Remember where you and your wife or your husband start out from. This man alongside of me right here, my lovely, nice, handsome husband, I can remember when the first day was supposed to go out and a whole lot of things. Me just take off a falls here. Them time they appear glue in a wear if ladies and the life understand about the glue and when you take the glue to your ear or eyebrow it look and so forth. And me never remember say me and this man set a day and me end up take off the ear the same day when me and him supposed to go me take off the ear. So I appear glue there in my ear. And I remember him call off the phone, my answer, me hang up on him and a 1 ton load of time I hang up my phone on him. And him be so consistently, him still calling. And me said to him, said, why you don't stop calling my phone? Why is it you're calling off my phone so many times? No matter how I hang up my phone on you. Me not gonna tell us me not come out today, what is your problem, man? And I can remember this young man look at me and said, let me tell you something, baby girl. You see, if I don't love you when you're dirty, I cannot love you when you're clean. And that made the whole entire thing. Man have a way out to get us with too. Not only the ladies, because one word this young man said to me, it made me consider twice. So my friend was like, Tom, you have to go. So I went ahead and said, okay, then I'm going to prepare myself, tie up something on my head. Go, I will go on the date for the very first time, right? Say that to say this. Listen, remember where your relationship started out from. Remember what caused you to love the person. What in the first place make you fall in love with the person. Ladies, date your husband. Husband, date your wife. Wife, don't allow the husband alone for your date you. You date your partner too. Spend money as a lady, spend money on your husband. Husband do the same thing. Sometimes it doesn't require said, oh, you have to say go all out to this big old shot restaurant or hotel or wherever it may be. Sometimes some simple little things, some simple little things the partner probably wants and so forth. Guys, take time out with each other, spend time, have family time, take time out and have wife and husband time, right? For me and Mr. Taylor, we've been doing that, and for somehow we get short and so forth. But starting next week, we need it. We are going to be having back our family time and husband and wife time. Because listen, it has been a long while since we don't have any time, especially for the husband and wife. When we do our family time, it's been a long while. We don't take husband and wife time out and spend time with each other. So next week started, we're going to make that time, that effort and so forth to spend time with each other and take time out also with the family. You understand? We giving a blank on it, guys. But spend time with your partner, guys. Time you have to know. Your partner don't supposed to ask the part time. Time is something where you supposed to know. So your wife forget, your husband forget. So don't come tell me say the work I get the best of you and the work. Come on. Enough with the work. You have to spend time for family.
All right, Simone said something vital. If I missed a comment, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry
because,
about that.
you know,
If we
the
miss the comment,
conversation
so
never
much
makes sense. More
comment
put in
and
everything.
yeah.
But
Sorry
when I go
about
through
that, guys.
everything, but she said something vital.
Yes, go
Be
ahead.
more disciplined. Condition your mind to be strong in your marriage and for your marriage. Exactly.
Yes. You have to do that. You have to do that. As a husband and as a wife, you have to do what is
Yeah.
necessary. Guys, treating is not included.
That's
You
it. All right. So Simone, sorry, baby.
yes.
Simone says, "Thanks, Simone. I have my lingerie. LOL. Exactly. So so so
Come
so
on
so
now.
so thank you so
Thank
much,
God.
guys. Guys, let me
Thank
say
God.
this. Let me say
Oh,
this, right? As some persons know, Simone have her own business. She have lingerie, clothes, and a lot more.
panties,
Yeah, panty and a lot
a
more
lot
to
of more
come.
things.
You
Yes.
understand, Simone? Thank you so much. To
Yes.
support the next Simone
Yes. All
business.
right. So thank you, Mrs. Brady, for supporting me. That is someone that we are seeing in the chat right now. Thank you so much for supporting my small business. Really appreciate it. Guys, listen, someone live all the way overseas and
Yeah.
someone
Right in
they have to
America.
do this. Right in America. And someone they have to do it. And someone called and she did support my
Yeah.
business. And I can tell you, say, I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed to know that someone lives over America and she went ahead and support our small business. So guys, remember, anywhere in the world you're there, like if you want to support the business, I do shipping. And the shipping is not all that expensive. And you
It's
get
not
your
expensive.
packages right? The shipping is not expensive because it's reasonable. But even ship overseas, it is very, very reasonable. All right, someone went ahead and someone get our packages in space of, I think, less than 2 weeks. Someone correct me in the chat if I am right, right? She's supposed to get it in 2 weeks time, and I think she get it before her in a 2 week span. She get it right, and it don't really expensive, guys. So you can go ahead and support my business. You know my phone number already. If you want to support me, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook. So anything, anywhere you want to reach us at, you
So
know they can
affordable,
reach us.
and I got my package almost 2 weeks.
Exactly. So you see, someone got her packages almost 2 weeks. Then if I full 2 weeks and she gets it. Okay, guys. Yes. Anyway, we are there on the wrap up time, Mr. William.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
want any closing word to say?
For me, as I said before, trust is something that is it's personal. It's something that you guys would have to work on. And as I said before, love conquer multitude of sin. Once you love the person, you can work on your marriage. You can work on that trusting. So have love over all things. You know what I'm saying? Have love. And if that person do it one or two or three, four, 5 times, that's not love. That's madness. Move on with your life. Find your own peace of mind. Find your own happiness. You know what I'm saying? Do not let anybody take your love for granted, nor your trust, nor your forgiveness for granted. Move on and better yourself and live your life according to how it is to be, not because of man, not because of woman, not because of
Yes.
anybody else. Because a lot of we are live with life to please people.
People.
I'm married to people because you want to please people. Don't please nobody. Please yourself and please God, and live your life according to your love language. All right, that's all I gotta say. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Amen.
Man.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. William. Thank you to each and everyone who participates in this live. Blessing again, silent listeners. Blessing to you all. Blessing again to the Brady's. Blessing again to Susan Johnson. Blessing. I don't want to get myself in that trouble. Mystic Sensation. Blessing to you all that participate. And guys, remember in every single thing we normal tell you say, we put God first, guys. So remember to make God be the number one priority in your marriage, in your relationship. See you all in our next video, our next week, Saturday night. We love you all. All have a blessed and a productive week as we are about to enter into a new week. May the good Lord continue to richly bless you all and cover you all and have a blessed night. Love you all. Remember to always put God first, guys. Love you. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye
We are
bye.
out. Bye.